Cool.
So I'm going to go live now, just so we can get people into the channel. And Arrow has a location to raid. Get the notification. We are live currently.
We're going to tweet going for this.
All right. Should be up and running. I've also made a cool spreadsheet for preparation today.
Rip my name change.
I've done it before the first session. Alright. I'm gonna zoom my camera in one more notch, it looks like. Up it down.
I need you to remind me one. Oh, it's Lucko, right? Yeah, that looks like you. I'm super creepy on the ads apparently. That's it, right? That's how we at. Before dawn, Arrow, Matt, Kim, and me. Yeah, and you as the DM.
5 players, 1 DM.
Got it. Killing it today.
Right. Move my stuff around here. Okay. Nice trail. Oh. Okay.
We need more Dungeons and Dragons gifts. That's the real sag here.
I've got some on Better TTV in my chat called Dragon Shake and Get Pumped.
I need them for Twitch. Can we make that happen?
They had their own Saturday morning cartoon, right?
There you go. I put them in the chat for you. If you've got Better TTV enabled, you can see them there.
Sweet.
Honestly, some of my favorite emotes too. Did anyone ping Kim or should I do so?
I can do it. I haven't done it yet. Just said, hey, come join us in chats. Okay, this music, well, absolutely bone chilling, is also like I'm living my best life listening to it.
Yeah, that's the one I want for today's start.
Get pumped, Dragon Shake.
Oh, look, it's Arrow.
Who's that?
Hey,
Never heard of him.
Arrow. Raid of 74. What's up, everybody? How's it going, Mesh? Just doing some music tech, messing around before while we're waiting for seeing if Kim will be able to make it.
Kim still has not responded to my text from last February.
She messaged me last night about 7 my time, which would be about 3.
Didn't she message her?
She's in the same
2 or
time zone as
3
me. It's
a.m.
6 o'clock for her.
Yeah, I think so.
Luckily.
Can you guys hear the
so
music? Is that right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I have something for...
Hold on, I'll call Kim.
I did see the cat pictures, Mash. Very cute.
Rob, are you a cat
Are
person
you-
or a dog person?
D&D.
I've had both, but I developed a
No,
cat
no,
allergy about
it's like now.
midway through adolescence.
Arrow's
So the
like
dander
called.
makes my eyes like itch
Okay.
incessantly.
No, you're good. Kim's gonna be here in 7 minutes.
Is she
Arrow
just like
calls
out in
Kim.
she's in the
in.
middle of a match.
She's in the. I called her on Facebook.
Okay.
Why would I mute the call?
No, but it was like you're like Kim, D&D. Made my life. I was living for it.
Best life now.
That's tomorrow, man. All those EVs, big hypes.
I actually got little to no shiny Eevee the first time it rolled out.
I got a bunch of them from like the
22
different
people are
Go
still
Fest
watching
events.
my stream
And
because Milkman was at the gym.
Like, I think I got 3
Oh,
or
gotcha.
4 on the first day, and on second day I did not get any whatsoever. It was terrible.
I'm gonna turn you guys up just a smidge.
Make your hero
And
gifts
I'm
for
gonna-
people to play with.
I'm gonna do a couple things here where you guys can have some like lower music. I'm gonna pump in, and I'm gonna patch it about where I think it should be,
Okay.
and then you guys can tell me if it's too loud or not. Even in the stream, you guys can participate here. I'm picking it a little bit up of feedback on Arrow's end, I think, but that's probably because his headset's down. Is this all right for you guys with my volume and the music volume kind of going at the same time, or?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Okay, so this is the quieter tracks. Now, if we go into more of a
Battle scene.
combat track, it's going to get a lot louder.
Yep.
Is
Perfect.
this one a bit loud?
No, now you're
Okay.
talking.
Now the real question is, while I'm talking, does it kind of take away? Is it kind of like about the same level? Because it needs to be a lot further down, I think, if I'm going to be talking during it.
It's a little lower than your voice.
Okay. I think I want to keep it there, about there, maybe a little higher. Something like that. Maybe while I'm talking, it's about 2 notches lower than my voice now, about under half, just about under half.
Oh, Snooki, it was good. It was a good week.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay.
Rob told me I have the power to fly now.
Part-time.
Part-time, yeah.
Just looking at
Only-
like my Twitch job.
Yeah, only select thunderstorms. And you kind of get a hall pass.
When my partner is nat 20, I can realize I can fly, but only when I'm not aware about it.
Alright, let me make sure my OneNote's up too. So I can add section.
All right, chat. We're gonna be waiting on. Oh, thanks, Strange Caribou. Appreciate the input. What's up, X Factor? How you doing, buddy? We're just waiting on Kim to finish a match and hop in, and then we're probably gonna do a quick recap. I'll allow a player to kind of do a recap. You guys can decide maybe who would like to recount the.
My
tales
vote's
of
on
last
Fraggin.
What?
Is she playing a Unite game?
Okay,
I don't
my
know if she's
charis-
playing Unite game, but
She was playing Unite. 7 minutes was what she told me, and she
that sounds
said
like
she
a
was in the
Unite
match.
timer. Yeah.
Yep.
For the record.
She thought it was tomorrow. I don't know what she was thinking, honestly.
think
Tell Arrow's host
Japan
never
time.
ended the stream. Yeah, Arrow's got to end his stream. We probably forgot
I
to hit
know
the stream
that.
button.
Well, Milky was on his way back from the gym. He'll end it as soon as he gets home.
Just make sure you I think you can deafen your audio in that stream and kill your camera. Like you can just zero out the screens.
Oh, there's nothing going on there. It's just a picture of the screen.
So you zeroed out the volume and stuff?
I'm not in the call.
Oh, okay. So it's literally just a Discord call. And when you leave it, it's zeroed out. Thanks, Avocado, for the sub as well for 7 months. I don't know. Oh, I have all of the alerts turned off on D&D because I want 0 distractions when we're doing these type of games, but I appreciate you telling Arrow what to do.
Wait, what was told? What? Huh?
Just told you to make sure that the stream was off and to have a good stream. Thank you, Avo. I'm just looking.
No, I appreciate you, Ava.
But now I have a very cool spreadsheet set up.
Ooh.
I can see all of your proficiencies, what your modifiers are, and what 3 ability scores, or sorry, 3 skill checks none of you have a modifier in.
Son of a bee.
In addition,
Thanks,
I know what your
man.
highest passive perception is, all of your armor classes, and that no one has really done much with their intelligence score, which is very common.
Yep.
And also,
Wait, what were we
when
supposed
I
to do?
inputted Gwen's stuff, dude, you need some help, man.
I've got a few dumb stats. It's okay.
Did you? I was gonna point this out to the 3 vets that I didn't get a chance to really enable some help with. If you go to your character sheets in the edit section, the very first homepage, you can enable all of these additional rules that are alternate like supplements. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Like I think whenever I made my character, we
So
talked about it. I asked you what to turn on.
Yeah, this is within like the last 6 months, I believe they've rolled this out. So if you go into edit character, and under that you go to home, there are some sliders in the next screen that say optional feature class, so optional class features, and customize your origin. Those are class and race alternative options. When you turn the sliders on, they don't really do anything besides give you a couple of extra pages that you can go hang out in your character creation. So if you enable them, you can go to race. Then you have an origin maker on the right side where you can go in and change the base ability score bonuses how you like. So the new alternate rule is when you're playing a class or when you're playing a race, if that race gives you a +1 in 3 ability scores that are like specifically constitution, intelligence, and dexterity, for example, the optional class feature says, cool, you can keep the +1 bonus in 3 ability scores, but you can choose whichever one you want. But it doesn't change the basis of that subclass. So if you get a +1 and a +2, you only get a +1 and a +2 somewhere. You can't like put a +3 in one stat unless you're a changeling, which is the only class that you can do that with.
Yeah, girl.
Give me that +3 and yeah.
So you have that, and you've also got a couple of other things where you can customize what language you want. So if you wanted it to be a dwarf that grew up in an elven society and never learned how to speak Dwarvish, you can do that.
Hey, so Rob.
Yeah.
I have a -2 to strength, right?
Okay.
As a Minotaur with the horns attack, it's an unarmed strike, and I get a -1 damage.
Correct.
Does that heal them?
No. But it might break your horn and hurt you somehow.
Arguably.
I don't
How's it
plan
going,
on using my
Welcome
horns. I don't plan on using them.
Consists allows dwarves to grow up with elves. Sacrilege. Oh god, I did not like
The only reason I wanted to bring up this alternate thing is for Gwen, because barbarians get the shaft with regards to ability scores. Like, or not ability scores, skill checks. So
Okay.
if you go into, I have to open a barbarian, but shoot, I don't. Full disclosure, I've never played a barbarian. I don't have like anything besides just extra characters sitting in the wings that I would like to play at some point. Let's see if I can find a barbarian in here. Do you have danger sense? Like advantage on dexterity saving throws that you can see? I might have deleted that. Okay.
Let me look.
In
Quick.
the danger
Did.
zone.
Is that a class ability?
Yeah.
I like your pick, Kim.
Yep, I should.
Thanks.
Okay.
It's level 2.
I am late
All good.
Did
So
you win
in your
it? Did you win
features.
at least?
tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
No.
Let me just check something. So in your alternate stuff, optional feature manager, you can choose, instead of having one only option, you can choose A or optional, like the standard or the optional feature. So at 3rd level, and again at 10th level, you can gain proficiency in one skill of your choice from the 1st level ability score, or sorry, the skills that you can choose from at level 1. So instead of getting a, what is it? Primal something? I don't know what it replaces. It doesn't look like it replaces anything. Yeah, so if you just turn on primal knowledge, you can just get another proficiency.
Okay.
You see what I'm talking about there? So go under edit. Go under
optional
class,
feature manager.
very top, yeah.
Okay, primal knowledge. Cool. Okay.
Just turn those on. Let me know when you're done.
Oh, all of them?
Yeah, you can just turn them all on.
Okay.
I mean, the other ones don't turn on until you hit 7 and 10 anyways. So
Give me the old flip of the switch.
then go back to the class features once you've done that and select your new proficiency.
And then change your name.
Awesome. Fantastic. No. Hey, it's a perfectly good name.
And then ban him from the game.
Yeah, I was more hassling Rob than I was hassling you.
Yeah.
How
What?
come
Go ahead, Kim.
How come I can't get to the page where you roll all the dice? Does that not happen until you start it?
I'm on it right now.
What?
Okay.
What do you mean?
I'm on the.
I think
D&D
she's talking about her
page.
character sheet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Are you on your character sheet?
Where are you right
no,
now?
I'm on my campaigns. Do I go to?
Okay, so you have to go your campaigns. You can just select the
Okay,
campaign you're
got it.
in, and then it'll open up all the character sheets, and then you click your character
Okay.
sheet.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, there is a feature for those of you that really like dark mode. Within the last 2 months, they just released dark mode on D&D Beyond. It is called Underdark mode when you click the gear on your character name. You
Oh,
just hit the
that's
little
cute.
Much needed.
I have a question.
And if you had an account
right.
or something, you can change the background, you can change the wireframe colors, you can change the little
wow.
character portrait ring. So like I could send you one of my character sheets, for example, and you can see some cool shit. But you know,
Okay.
you can have some fun with that. So, anyways, there you go. You guys ready to play?
Hell yeah.
I'm ready.
Kim, you all set on your end?
I'm like making a salad, but that's fine. I'll just mute.
Only if you share. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
FedEx, please.
On the way.
Alrighty. Okay. Let's do what the players did and ship it to Mango for a quick recap of what happened last time.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is Dragon Silk. So last week we do I not sound like him? It's perfect. So last week we met Corin, our driver, who is just super generous and is gonna go and help out Yartar and another one that I don't know. 1 second, let me get back to my
Somehow
notes.
he's still alive too. Crazy.
Yeah, no, he's a dead man walking.
We've decided.
We've all decided that he's basically dead. So we go and we find. Oh no, it's Tribor, Yartar and Tribor. So we're going to Yartar to help them out with some ponies, some horses. Finn, we met Finn on the way, who's creepy as hell, who is holding some clothes. We go into their camp, and we get attacked by like little zergling like broodlings, which was terrifying also. The killing blow on one of them by Bovum scared the crap out of the other one, and it ran away. So we went back, and on the way, we were all taking bets on how fast Corin had died, and we find out that Finn was gone, and just his clothes were there, and Corin said he didn't do it. Who knows if we believe him or not?
I believe Corin. Come on.
I
Finn
mean,
is streaker confirmed.
yeah, basically, can confirm.
And we found the book that is an exact copy of the one I inherited.
What yours is? Yours is sorcerer stuff though, right? Or was it wizard?
Sorcerer.
'Cause-
It's an exact copy of the book I inherited from someone.
Interesting.
Where did you inherit it from? Or do we know?
That is not public knowledge.
Oh, okay.
There was also that mysterious stag we saw at night under
Yes.
Screw that stag.
Oh my God! I
That's
missed. Yeah, I missed the fact that I floated when lightning struck.
I saw you. I got you. Man.
Yeah, and one sec. I know the name by Akaya. Did I say that right?
I don't know. Probably.
Jesus Christ.
Yep,
Yep, perfect. Yep.
Michaela with the weird spelling that you came up with, if you like.
I'm just gonna say, I tried to make this thing as simple as possible for people, and then you guys are spelling names all wild and shit. So you know what? I hate all of you. Anyways, I'm just here
I
sleeping.
never heard anything like my full name, so you know, it's just most people call me Kai.
All right,
Can you
Kai.
always change your nicknames in Discord?
Yeah, know
I
that
changed mine.
I should, yeah. But then everybody's.
It's
yeah.
only this server.
Only if we change Fragenwagon to Fargenwagon. And then
I
I'll be
changed
happy.
my picture for
No,
the
I'm gonna
entire
train. I'm gonna be Dragon Silk. I don't know what you want from me, bro. He's gonna be so confused when he comes in this channel.
I need to make a Dragon Silk item.
I mean, I wouldn't
That's
not
like
use it.
already.
Yeah, so because of an amazing nat 20 roll, Kai noticed that when lightning struck and I'm just passed the hell out, just splayed all over the place, I just start rising off the ground. Which is the moment I realized that I love Rob's storytelling. It's the only compliment you'll get from me this session, maybe.
Cool.
No pressure.
Today,
Yeah,
gone
no.
tomorrow.
Yeah, no pressure on to do as good today, but here we are.
Yeah, that's it. I will say that just preemptively, I don't really like to do this very often, but I told Carrie the way I've structured this session in my notes and my setup is wildly different than your first session.
Ooh. Okay.
But this
The
is
main reason
consistent.
is I'll describe this the way I described it to Fragenwagon and Carrie. Your first session 0 and or introduction to a campaign is highly structured to get you on track, get you together, and get you playing. Also, I structured it very slow so that the new players could kind of ease into learning the game and also get to key into the first story element or first 30 elements in your cases. And today, you guys will finish up the little last bits of the what we call linear, the line storytelling. And I'm going to guide you to the sandbox where you guys can go play, essentially. And the sandbox means it's open. Whatever happens is up to you, and I'm just bringing a toolbox, and we're going to roll with punches.
Does that mean I wasn't able to kill Corin if I wanted to?
There's still some realms of things that you guys can choose to do, but like I said before, my games are intense realism with realms of magic. So there is an equal and opposite reaction to anything you guys may do in this world that might be what you'd anticipate would actually happen. So if you kill somebody, somebody else is going to be upset.
Corin's brother Karam is gonna be really upset when they find him. He's gonna come and lead us the rest of the way.
It's Bovum's real brother.
Yeah. Oh God. I think Kai's real brother too. I think they're all interlinked.
They're all related.
Yeah, we have multiple
Just a big fan fiction in the
missing or
background.
dead brothers in this.
Oh my
Yeah,
God! I
it's
just got an
okay.
amazing idea. Never mind. We'll leave that for next session. It'll be good.
Go on.
All right.
Corin
So
keeps reminding me of the Fire Emblem character who's also another humanoid dragon.
let's do this. the end of last week, Finn, left with the caravan, is now missing. Or eventually gone forever. You're not sure yet. All that's left is some goo and some clothes and a couple of books. And Corin, holding, looks to be part of his lunch that he was going to share. And a distressed look on a silver dragonborn's face with a bunch of spooked horses. What do you do?
Did
I'll-
you hear anything?
I'm gonna ask Corin, like, what happened?
Did you hear anything?
No.
Do you remember?
I went back towards the other end of the what's this thing called? Not the caravan, the wagon. And I sifted through some of your things to get through to where the food's at, and then grabbed some, just something to fill his gut and a wine skin. And I turned around and he had paced behind me, walked all the way up back here just to see what was in the cart, and lo and behold,
Ju-
clothes.
Just went poof. Like he went up right behind you. You turned around, he just wasn't there.
I don't know how else to discern what happened. I'm a bit spooked, to be honest, and the horses seem to be a lot more scared because I think they saw maybe what happened.
Can someone
Anyone
talk
have
to
an
animals?
animal? Yep.
Anyone ever talk to animals or something?
Kim, I think it's you.
Oh, is it me?
Or it's Gwen. It's Gwen.
Yes, I can talk to animals.
Hey, Gwen, you want to try one of them rituals?
One of them rituals.
I'll-
to say
I
it
also
out
have
there.
one of those.
One of them rituals.
Yeah. Yippee-ki-yay.
How are we in Alabama all of a sudden?
Yeah,
It didn't take that
Jesus.
long.
I'm a southern minotaur, okay? I'm a southern minotaur, okay?
Oh, Jesus.
All right. I don't know how we got here, but here we are.
I'll need some time and a bat wing, but I can.
Does anyone have a bat wing?
Does it cost money? Because I think you kind of get it for free if it
I
doesn't.
don't know if I actually need a bat wing. It's
Yeah.
could be anything.
I believe that your feature as a barbarian says you can talk with animals without using material components if you cast it as a ritual only.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Well, 10
Don't
minutes
ask me
or an
how I know
hour.
that.
So if you could lend me your help calming these beasts down a bit. Horses are not very talkative when they're
They're not
frightened,
very.
I found.
I have
They don't
animal
take well
handling
to
plus
minotaurs.
2.
That's canon now.
They don't take well to minotaurs.
Probably help with this.
That's
I'll,
why they ran so fast, because they were scared of me on that first day.
I'll sit down and meditate and begin my incantations and ritualness,
Okay.
which will take a bit of time.
Well, he's doing that. Can I investigate around where, just to see if there's like any path from where Finn might have gone? Streaking, apparently.
Sure. What kind of check would you like to make for this? What are you trying to do
Investigation.
specifically.
I don't want to perceive. I want to actually like look around and like check.
Okay. So you're gonna look and survey the immediate area. Give me an investigation.
Like maybe up to like 20 feet, because that would still give
Understood.
range for people to. Okay. 19 plus 3, 22. No, investigation, not perception. Plus 3, yeah. Okay, 22. They're the same.
Here's what I'll give you. As you're looking around, because the path is gone, and you're in the woods, and now the path is kind of like this trodden down grass, if you will, mixed with dirt, right?
Yeah.
You don't really see footprints. You're not really tracking something down to hunt them down like a survival roll would maybe indicate. Investigating around. All you see is what I've described. Green goo inside of a set of clothes with a couple of books and another set of clothes that have been dirtied that he was carrying.
Is the green goo like? Does it have that caustic smell like we smelled in the hole or like in the area?
Give me a nature or a medicine check, your choice.
Medicine's +1. Nature is.
Keep in
+1.
mind, when I'm asking you guys for things, sometimes it's so that you guys can use a roll with a higher bonus. But more importantly, in my games, when you roll different rolls, you get different information.
Different flavor of what you're gonna get.
You roll for medicine, I might give you some medicinal things. You might understand some more specifics with the roll. Also, if you would like to use a proficiency with a tool, you need just ask. So for example, if you're proficient with maybe an alchemy kit or a herbalism kit, like with herbs, or even like for Gwen, he's a dwarf. Maybe he has a history check that he wants to make using the stone. He has something with stone cunning where you can get advantage on the roll if he uses that specific thing for history.
That's cool.
So
I think I want to do. Can I decide after my roll, or does it have to be now?
no, has to be now
Okay.
before the roll.
Medicine. I think that's where I went last time too.
24.
11 + 1 is 12.
The only thing you can really discern is it's kind of just sticky in general. And do you work up enough courage to actually like handle it with your hands? Or are you just observing it and kind of like moving the robes around to kind of get a better look at it? What are you doing?
You know
with
what?
your
I'm
hands?
a really great glass cannon, so yeah, I'm gonna touch it and see what happens. It's perfect. What's the worst that could happen? Hit point.
You do one of these where
Yeah.
you kind of put it between your fingertips, kind of just to get a feel for it. You can get a free roll again because you touched it.
Ooh. 17 + 1?
Total is
18. That is adding.
Don't
Yes, they do teach us that in the
I don't-
Canadian education
yeah.
system.
I don't need to hear the additional math. I just need to know the total. Thank you.
Dirty 18. Yep, dirty 18.
Okay. So as you're handling it, it's like, how want to describe this? This is something that feels familiar. It's the only real way I can kind of give this to you, but as you're feeling it, it's like this very sticky substance, but then the more you kind of work it, the looser it gets. And then when you stop messing with it, the stickiness of the substance starts to harden.
Oh, why are you so burnt?
And then have you ever had something like
Chili putty?
Vegemite
No.
from Australia, or what's the equivalent, the EU equivalent?
Something.
Marmite, I think. Marmite.
Yeah.
It's this very like brownish liquid, which is different than the green here, obviously, but it's like this super thick substance. It's kind of like that. It's like this just like think of like hardened molasses, if you will. It's just like gross thick when it stops moving.
Does it?
And then like as you spread it around, and it's kind of like butter, right? It's like a little bit more solid, and then once you work it, it gets like liquid. It's not quite that. It's not that quite of a range from solid to like liquid, but it's a lot more of like a thick substance. Maybe it's like a glue almost.
Guys, have you felt this?
The unique thing about it, besides that, is that the color doesn't change.
Oh. Have you seen this? If I work this material, I can't with a straight face. When I
Maybe
move
a
this,
little bit.
yeah, a little bit. It's not what I was going for. I was laughing. I'm really trying my hardest to like drag my head out of the gutter on this one, and just play it in character. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but when
I mean, if it can help you get your head out of the gutter, this is someone's remains.
Oh.
It just doesn't look like it. Because there's no bones, there's no skin, there's no muscle. This is all that's left of him.
Is that what, like, do I get that from him? Or you're just telling me above board? Like, above game?
I think you can deduce that, right? Like, if there's no way he could gone,
Well,
the next logical step is this is him.
Well, the way that you described the area around me, because it was a decent roll, I was assuming that we just couldn't track him. Like, if he turned into one of those things, that it wouldn't be trackable. And then his transformation, I was assuming, was this goo. I didn't realize that he had, he was, like, liquefied.
That's what it looks like. Like,
Okay.
the only reasonable conclusion that you can make is that he transformed either into something and that something died, or that thing that was Finn is now goo.
Yeah. Okay, so
whatever he is, whether it's like some proxy or like who he was or what he is now, like you have no indication because you guys only met him on the street side and you came back and he's vanished in some way, shape, or form. And this is the conclusion you're coming to with the evidence you've been presented from Corin.
All right.
What's the volume of the goo? Like, is it just just like a small puddle, or is it like enough to represent the mass of his body?
And like, what color is it? Is it green?
Brown.
I would say it is a little less than what would be representative of the body. And the only reason I'm saying that is if you've ever took like a pretty deep science course on like anatomy, you understand that like the human body is much more spacious because of its liquid. So if you were to like convert it to something that like you take the bones out of it, for example, or if this thing was like dead and there was no bones, there was no muscular structure, it might make sense that this is just like the stuff that was in between is probably not a whole lot of substantial things. And also it's kind of collapsed down, right? So it looks to be smaller. But yes, you would think that this is probably representative of the human body. Now, this would have taken a little bit of time. So let's cut to Gwen.
Yeah.
Gwen, describe your ritual.
Yes. Performing my ritual, consulting my penguin idol. Was there a horse that was positioned behind the wagon where this took place?
Yes.
I would like to ask one of the horses that might have had a view of what happened to get a sense of what they saw.
Okay. Give me a animal handling check with advantage because you're talking to it.
Ooh, that did not turn out good. 6 plus... Oh, 2 rolls. 2 rolls. Sounds a little better. 14.
Okay. This particular draft horse is I think it's called a chestnut mare, and it's just a nice coat. And the mare says to you, "It was not normal. The guest shrank very quickly. He smells funny."
God bless this horse.
This is some good details. Thank you, horse.
You're not even gonna ask the horse's name?
What is this draft horse's name? If
The
I
silver
may so
one
ask.
calls me T.
A fine name for a fine horse. We'll get you out of these dark woods soon enough.
I think maybe I will get you out.
Ooh,
That's deep.
good fact.
If horses could grin, this one's laughing.
Gwen is a little taken
Cocky.
aback. I relay what the horse told me to the rest of the group. So this horse T. I think its name had quite a sense of humor. Said apparently this person suddenly shrank, small, very small, and it smelled kind of like it does now. Now that I think about it, whatever it wasn't natural. I don't think.
I have to say, above the game, it's very hard for me to roleplay animals. I don't know why. It's fucking hard to roleplay animals.
You did well.
I mean, that was really good. I also like the voice.
I've been working on my
I'm-
animal roleplay this entire campaign.
Phrasing.
between you and me, Rob, I'm really
Watch
hoping
it,
for a
Rio.
Henry. I'm hoping for a Henry Crabgrass moment. I'm not gonna lie.
Rob, I had to. I'm sorry.
I mean, you can stand.
Shrinking really fast. It's not normal, and he smelled. What?
Maybe these books are cursed.
Can we
And
open
I'm
the-
holding one. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Didn't you read it?
Is
If it's
was
cursed,
about-
would-
Yes.
Right?
That was my mistake.
They were just
So
about
I'll
plants.
reinforce this thing that one book, Bovum knows very well. Another
Um,
book, Gwyn knows very well, and the third book, Mango knows very well.
and what was the
Or
one that I
rather,
knew?
can understand what they are.
Wait,
Mine was
there's
the
3
wizard.
books, or
There are 3
or is there
books.
2?
Maybe there's
Okay.
a book for everybody.
There are 2 books at the camp, and 1 book on Finn.
Okay, so just if you don't mind, so there are 3 books. Gwen, Bovum, Mango. What ones? So what could Gwen understand? Well, it was about plants, right?
Yeah, let me
Mine, I think, was
check
a
my notes from
wizard
last time.
book.
Yeah, it was a book about exotic plants,
Of exotic
Um,
plants.
carnivorous plants. Something about increasing the vitality of the plants.
Carnivorous
by-
plants do like they do like shrink their prey. Like they liquidize it so they can eat it.
Maybe in there's
Like-
an answer on like how it happened so fast. And then really quickly to Bovum, what was your book about that you can read?
Rob,
It's not up to me to remember that information.
Damn it, I'm gonna need to go back and watch the VOD. I think mine was a wizard. I think mine was a wizard, which I was getting
That's
confused
when I
about.
say that. I wouldn't tell a player that if they weren't taking notes, and I knew Arrow was.
Realms of Dread. Why do I have that written down?
Was that what it about? Oh, for
Partially.
Yeah, it's partially about of Dread. I didn't really know much else about it.
It was a spell book, wasn't it?
It's about being.
No, that was the one that Mango picked up.
yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
mine had like a 5th level spell for wizards though, and we don't have any wizards. But I can seem to read like.
It
what the
was.
spells
I
are.
know it's an exact copy of one of the books that I have had on me for years.
Bovum, you can give me a DC 10 history check advantage.
Okay,
Remember.
I'll roll with my own dice.
Just keep in mind, I'm not always going to do this.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right, the first roll was a 2. The second roll was a 1.
Jesus.
Big
He doesn't
yikes.
remember anything.
Just like in real life.
What is this book?
This is a book. I've seen one just like it.
Oh god. Libraries are full of them.
Are we kind of
There's no read
standing
for the
around?
next time that you think it's relevant.
What was the
Wait.
third book about? There's plants, wizards, and what? We don't remember.
Something about the realms of dread.
Oh, okay.
Was that the one Finn was carrying?
Yes.
Can I do it? Can I do a history check? Because I think that he described
okay,
it.
so we're gonna actually need to retcon one minor thing.
Oh, okay.
So the spell book was the one that Mango picked up.
Yep.
Lock.
A what?
Lock, remember?
No,
Found
it had
the
the
in the
key.
clothes.
Yeah,
Yep.
we found.
Yeah.
Yeah, we unlocked it.
Mhm. Yep. Inside of the tent was the Realms of Dread book.
Mm-hmm.
And the plant book Finn was holding.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Quinn,
And again, I'm only using the words Realms of Dread because that's the language you guys have found what's in the book, but there are more pieces of information that are in that book than
Damn
just
it,
the Realms of
Bovum.
Dread. That is more of an addendum of one main
Sorry,
there.
my
No,
intelligence
no.
is not high.
you know what? I have something that might be able to help. I'm gonna hold on to him, and I'm gonna put both hands around his head, and I'm gonna shocking grasp him and see if I can jog his memory.
Does he do this?
Do you allow me to
Yeah.
do this?
I mean, you grab
will
my
do
head.
damage to your friend. So this is up to
I
Dale.
just-
If
I'm-
he wants
I'm only
roll
trying to
dice,
help.
He's gonna have to roll for his
Roll damage.
left.
Don't I have like an inspiration or something I can give to somebody? Can I like help them out?
Roll damage.
Roll
If
damage.
you have the little
Alright.
inspiration sun on your character screen, then you can give it to somebody else if you haven't clicked it off yet.
Well,
Wait, are we all supposed to have
I
it?
want to see him roll damage.
it's just inspiration, but there's nothing there. But I remember I had one last time.
You take
I think I
you take 3 points of damage,
Cool.
and electricity flows through your horns into your head, shocking you like an electro shock therapy.
Oh my
What was
goodness.
that for?
I'm trying to jog your memory. You seem to be really trying to figure out what's happening with that book.
Bovin,
Yeah.
when he shocked you, you open the book in front of you. Are you gonna read it?
Well, yeah.
Like he could have done this the entire time.
I could have.
Say, I open the book and read what the fuck's in here.
I opened it and read.
Guys are
Reading's
fucking
hard,
nasty.
man.
Oh dear God. Okay.
You're welcome, Rob. I mean, thank you for this opportunity.
Okay. This is what is referred to as a lost lore book. You know that when you picked this up and or inherited it, it is a relatively rare tome. And this seems to be a copy of one of them that you had found ages ago. Didn't really read too much of the book because it was kind of disturbing. But the book is a lost occultism and lore about the realms of dread. Kind of in a general, like, scan through the book that you can kind of gather that type of information. It's like
Said rare
just some-
tome.
It's a lost tome, I guess you could say, right? It's not. I guess lost is probably not the word. Probably like something that you would anticipate in Harry Potter's in the restricted section. It's like not encouraged practices.
Okay.
Right? This is something that
Forbidden
would
arts.
be kept in a library for the sake of posterity and historical evidence, but not meant to be mass produced because it is dangerous if people were to start practicing things in this book. Maybe. At least that would be why they would maybe put it in those sections, right? But the the historical information in this book is very good.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna waddle over to Mango and kind of peek at the book that he's looking at. At a quick glance, can I tell if they look similar or look like they were produced by the same person, or are they all kind of different?
While he's doing that, I'd probably say, guys, these books probably they're not exactly safe in the wrong hands, as they can be used in bad ways.
Do we know what ways?
Some of the practices that it teaches, it's not exactly, what are the words here?
Kosher.
Yes. Thank you.
Can I?
Gwen, what was your check?
Huh?
What was your check, Gwen?
I got what kind of
Investigation.
sorry,
Investigation.
investigate. Okay. That is a 6.
I mean, even with something that's not a natural one, you can tell that the writing in one book is written while the other seems to be printed on a press. That's like DC 5. You can figure that out. It's not like rocket science.
Okay.
One looks to be a personal spell book, right? It's like written. It's like heavy notations and like diagrams. And the other one is like a historical book that's been run through a press, or rather run through what looks to be a magical kind of reproduction of that, because they wouldn't have, like, in a world of magic, the invention of a printing press would be irrelevant. They wouldn't need it.
Can I tell who the spellbook belongs to? Like, there's heavy annotations in there. Is there like a name or a reference to any names looking through this?
You can give me an investigation check as well.
17. No, I lied to you. It's 20. Dirty 20.
Very good. That will get you a clue.
Pug us.
What languages do you speak?
Oh, damn.
Not this one.
I speak. God damn, where is this? Features and traits, right?
I think the proficiencies in languages on the bottom left.
Left side of the screen. The very bottom.
Oh, common, deep speech, and undercommon.
You can't read the name, but you know where it might be located. And you can find something that you'd recognize. Looks to be half of a signature with a little bit of a wax seal nearby. Can't read it, though.
Can anybody read this? And I like point to where it is, and I ask the group if they can read it.
Common, Elvish, Minotaur, Primordial.
I have
Common.
Abyssal and Vidalcan.
What kind of people do you hang out with?
Yes.
Common, Elvish, Sylvan.
Common, Dwarvish, Giant.
Kaya can read this.
I can
Oh.
read it?
Mhm.
Okay. Alright.
It's written in Sylvan. And that also means that if you speak Elvish, you recognize the script and maybe can sound it out, but you don't understand its meaning. Which is helpful when you're trying to find a name, because names are symbolic. So Akaya can understand the meaning, but the rest of you that speak Elvish can pronounce it. Because Sylvan is an ancient script, and Elvish is derivative of it. Think of this like
So I can
like
sound out.
ancient Chinese and traditional modern Chinese. It would be something similar to that, right?
Alright.
Okay. The
Can I try
name
to-
reads Zanrin Aratus. Zanrin is spelled Xanrynn. And the last name is Aratus. Aratis.
Does
And the
this mean
fascinating
anything to
thing
me?
about this name is that it looks like someone has modernized both their first name and their last name, meaning that the spelling is very different in the script. There are two double syllables. Sorry, two double consonants, right? The double N's and the double S's. Doesn't seem like you can derive any sort of significance from that, but
How do you
maybe
spell
it's
the name?
relevant. What's that?
How did you spell the name?
Yep. Xanrynn. Zanrin. And the last name is Aratis. Aratiss.
And it's. Oh, I missed the A. I heard AR and just did not write A afterwards. So I was like, Aratus?
Aratis.
Ara.
Does this name sound familiar to anybody? Does it ring any bells? Do I know this name?
Would that roll be?
Check.
Probably
History, please.
Oh, sorry, which? History?
History. Bovum gets advantage because he's a librarian.
God damn
Cool.
librarians. 14.
7, not gonna work. 10. God damn it.
Hikari,
That +0 sucks.
Yes.
buddy, what did you get?
Wait, do I also roll history?
Yeah, that's a group check.
Oh,
Also,
13.
Bovum, you got a 11?
10.
10? And we got a 14 from Mango,
yep.
I got 7.
7 from Akaya, and
I got 5.
no. None of you know who
We
this
really
is.
aren't intelligent, are we?
God damn. Give me something with charisma. Charm the pants off this book. That's all I got.
What are we
You know
gonna
what,
do
actually-
with these clothes? You guys
Corin.
want me to camp in the middle of the road, or
We're gonna need to pull off, but I have a question for you. Do you know the name Zanrin Aratis?
nope?
God. Okay.
Gwen is feeling awfully superstitious about these books. Maybe for no good reason. Kind of thinking we should get to town as soon as we can, or at least get away from this creepy place.
We're about a day out.
Bad omens.
We should probably pull off.
If you guys want to push
side
through the
road.
night, we can, but we'll have to take shifts driving.
I'm good with whatever y'all decide. I feel like we
kind
could.
of fucked up. Some of you.
I mean, the only
Well,
thing that happened to me was he shocked the shit out of me.
He like points to Gwen. He's like, he kind of looks a little bit like he's about to pass out.
Gwen, how you doing, bud?
I'm a little worse for wear. I've got acid dripping from my.
Hang on a second. He like goes and starts sifting through. Give you guys a little bit of an advance. Like hands you a flask. Drink that.
Thank you, Corin. I drink it.
Okay, roll me 4d4 plus 4.
All right.
He just running around with healing potions?
He knew this job was going to be dangerous.
Can we also just take a
I'm
second?
glad I hired an escort now.
Can we
You
just take
guys
a
are good, sort of.
Right.
Keeping them away from me and the horses, though.
15 total.
Did you
How
say
many
this was an
points you get?
advance?
A little
Sorry?
bit of an advance, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, do I feel much better? Thank you, dragon person.
You know his name's Corin. Call him Corin.
His non,
That's
fur,
racist.
his hairless eyebrow line furrows as he looks down, towering over you, confused.
And we'll never
I
know
apologize.
because
I
of
have been
the
away
podcast.
from civilization for too long.
All right, man. You get fucked up and need to go to sleep. Sometimes you either need a beer or you just need to go to bed.
Sometimes both.
Yeah, let's
Alright.
rest. Let's pull off the side of the road and rest.
Wait, what are we doing with Finn's remains?
Are we going to have somebody watch throughout the night?
I think we should
Watch.
take watch. I think we should also put Finn's remains in that hole, in one of those holes. I don't think we need that.
I'm not touching it.
Can I pour Finn's remains into my water pouch?
Why? What are you gonna drinking?
You're solid now.
The-
Like, it's like a. You guys have been talking and investigating and doing other things for a while, but like I told Dragon earlier above game, it's like unless you like start working it, it's kind of like this really sludgy, very difficult to handle substance.
please don't work it. Please just leave it there. If I see you trying to go over by the water pouch thing and trying to like squeeze some in there, I
mean, you can still try, but there'll be a little bit of skill checking. But I don't think it'll be difficult.
To how vigorously you can massage this thing into becoming a liquid again.
Like you can maybe figure out how to take out a handful of it, and then you'd have to like work with like Play-Doh for a while to get it liquidy enough to kind of.
Or can I
The
just
real
carry
question
it
is,
as
how
a
would you get it
solid
out?
object?
Exactly.
Like, can I just put it in a pocket?
Yeah, I'd say you could probably do that. You might even just make it faster. You just like pull out like a knife, take out some little bits, and just chuck it in a component pouch.
Can I take a small sample and add it to my pouch?
Sure.
Okay.
What spells do you have?
Part O fin.
Yeah, liquefied fin. Cool. Just so happen to have a big block of one
Yeah.
here.
Only if you're Irish is it pot O fin.
Plato fin. Jesus. Cool. So we're gonna lead the horses off. Go to sleep. Rest. Take watch.
All right. You guys heading back to the same camp that you killed the monsters, or are you gonna find a new spot?
I mean, there are tents
I vote
there.
new spot.
Oh, yeah, definitely new spot. Who would want to sleep where those things came out?
Just asking.
That'd be wild.
We're gonna keep going forward for a little bit. I would think that'd be
Alright.
the smart thing to do.
Okay.
Or should I drive a little bit for an hour?
I think I'll take over. You rest.
All right. Hey.
You just holler when you find a spot that you want to go stop at.
What I would like to do is kind of survey for a spot that looks like more rocky or difficult for creatures like the ones we saw to burrow through.
Not rocky as in like mountainous or like filled with boulders, but rocky as in like hard ground, right?
Right.
Give me a survival check.
Come on, Gwen. No pressure.
15.
Okay. But you start noticing that there's maybe a bit more thick trees, which would normally indicate softer ground. But your theory is that maybe the trees, then they're tighter together in a couple areas if you can push through the clearing. Maybe spread out the carts. After a certain point, you can get through and kind of sleep on an area that's mostly roots. So not exactly what you're looking for, but probably a little bit more restrictive and maybe more difficult for them to kind of... Your guess is that maybe they can somehow feel the vibrations in the ground. Maybe like an ant could or something. And you're like, maybe if we just get on the roots, then they can't feel anything because they're all overlapping. So it's not going to be a comfortable sleep by any stretch, but it's doable. And the horses are going to probably need to be outside of that area because their hooves can't handle that kind of ground. Especially the carts. Kind of just like wedge them between a couple of trees. Call it a day. And this takes you about... I'd say it probably takes you a better part of an hour. There's a lot of horses, 2 carts, a lot of like 7 of you, 6 of you, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 of you. Probably not safe to build a fire, but you guys are beat. And you've already kind of like just got some trail rations. You guys are just munching on like some jerky and probably some nuts and get some wine from the cart. Or water from in your wine skin, something like that.
I can take some of the watch.
Okay.
First watch.
How long are you gonna try to stay up for?
4 hours.
Okay.
Maybe 3 hours.
Okay. Just for the record, a long rest that will restore your hit points and all that stuff will take about an 8 hours amount of time.
Oh,
So
I have
even
pretty
though
good.
you can sleep half of that because you're an elf, you can like trance instead of sleeping for 4 hours, you still need 8 hours of total like resting time. Whether you're awake or not is different. So you can
How long
kind of
does-
use some of your light activity to keep watch as long as you're not like roaming around the camp and like exploring, then that counts for your rest time.
Okay, I have 33 hit points right now too. I think that's kind of good.
For level 3, that's very high.
Okay.
How do you have so much health? I only have 15.
I don't know. I
Most
think I.
of the people, well, she's a fighter. Fighters and barbarians have large chunks of hit points, and probably they have more constitution than maybe you. But Cuddy. So
I'm frailer than Shadow Machamp.
not fairer than Bovum.
I'm an Eldegoss, man. We,
All right.
we
So
take
you
a
can
while.
essentially max out your time at 4 hours of watching. Otherwise, you're gonna have to go keel over and transfer a bit.
All
It's
right,
kind of
I'll
your
do
max.
that.
Okay. So let's get a perception check.
For everybody or just me?
Just for
Okay.
you.
Ooh, I rolled badly. 5 total. I had +4 and I rolled 1.
Okay. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
It's very quiet.
Who was gonna take second? Should I wake somebody? I think I'll wake Boba.
Okay, Bovum.
What?
I need you to take the second watch.
I didn't. Fine.
Thanks, Boba. I go to sleep
I'm not.
to a trance. I can like lightly help him, right? But I'll be trancing.
No,
No.
you can't help at all.
Okay.
So
Think of this more like focused meditations of rest. It's kind of like you're going into like a half conscious state.
Okay.
So Bovum, you can only stay awake for about 2 hours because you need to sleep for 6.
I was gonna do the old switcheroo.
Your turn. Like as far as what you want to do.
No, I'm just gonna stay up for 2 hours and then I'm gonna tell Gwen because actually no, Gwen got hurt quite a bit. I'll probably have let me get
I can go next.
I was gonna wake Fragon's character. Hold on. Oh, Mango. And then I'll wake Mango up.
Give me your perception
Do
check.
you want me to roll? I'm just gonna roll on this site.
Okay.
15 total.
It is incredibly quiet
Almost too quiet.
and kind of outside because it's so dark. You guys didn't make a fire. Been very, very quiet throughout the evening. You notice kind of way out in the woods these little pinpricks of light just kind of flashing. Way out there. Very reminiscent of summertime fireflies.
Right here. I'm
Beautiful.
I'm not gonna go check that out. I mean, I am dumb, but I'm not that dumb. Actually, I'm a librarian. I'm not that. I should be smarter. I'm a 10.
I think he's having an existential crisis.
I just sit there. I don't really read the books a lot. We're good here.
He just reads manga.
I mean, if you're keeping watch, he's not reading, so.
I'm gonna wake old Mingo up after 2 hours and tell him not to wake me up again.
Try not to. Do you tell me what you saw?
Nothing.
Okay.
There you go.
Excellent.
Your perception check.
21.
20 Juan.
20 Juan? 20 Juan, please.
You notice a little bit when you wake up and Bovum kind of goes to sleep. There's like these yellow colored lights kind of way out beyond the camp towards the east of camp.
Okay.
Pitch it a bit. Lots of them, but it looks like it's just like a almost like a flock of lightning bugs, but they're like lightning bugs. You only see the lights. You don't see them in themselves. You don't know. You don't really have a good sense of like anything besides direction or how many. Like they're just flashing pretty regularly.
So I can't clock
And-
an estimated distance.
No.
Okay.
I mean, think about it when you're driving on the side of the road at nighttime and you see just hundreds of fireflies. It's like that. You have no idea of distance. It's just like brightness. There's also one other thing is kind of while you're there, you can kind of feel that there's a little bit of light rain. Kind of just pitter pattering through the trees. Kind of brings a little bit of comfort to you.
Yeah. I'm gonna reach kind of inwards, and I'm gonna try and reach out to my patron and just ask them if this is the right path that we're taking, or like just to see if this feels right.
Give me a persuasion check.
Fuck. 10? If it helps you, just like a sign, like what I'd be looking for is like a sign that everything is like the way that we're going is okay. Or
Yeah, I'm just trying to reconcile what a 10 looks like.
no, for sure.
I'm gonna say there's just kind of like a brief double flash, through the camp, like heat lightning. Just
Okay.
that's all you get.
Okay. I'm gonna watch the lightning bugs for a while and see if they come any closer. If it's gonna present any danger for us, and if they're not, then I'll just wait out the 2 hours watching them. Do we have another watch after this? We need another watch?
Last one.
Okay.
If you would like to wake up somebody early, you can do that. But because of having an elf in the party, you can get 2 watches for one, because she can do it for 4 hours instead of for 2. That's the big difference.
So
And again, in the future, if you guys would like to double up watches, you can get advantage on the roll or have 2 separate rolls. That's also at play. So just keep that in mind for you new players or just maybe veterans that aren't aware. That's how you can do rests if you'd like. So that being said, fireflies in the distance do not get closer. They do not interact with you. And as light starts to break, they're gone.
do they seem to fade, or they just poof out of
Kind
as
of,
soon as...
kind of like typical fireflies. They kind of just slowly
Okay.
fade out.
Cool.
Less and less of them until there's none.
While I'm waiting for everybody to get ready, I want to investigate the book a little bit more and see if there's anything interesting. Because you said there's annotations on the side, the wizard one that I have. Because you said there's a bunch of annotations, just something that stands out as not particularly pertaining to the spells that might give it a clue as to like something that the writer might have put in there. Well, I was thinking about something else.
Okay. you can give me. Are you proficient with any tools, Mingo?
None.
I was gonna say you could maybe try like your hand at cartography or calligraphy, something like that, if you have those tools, and see if you want to get a different kind of check.
I should have not picked a base thing. I should have had
Let's
gold.
see. So you can choose. I will say any intelligence-based skill you can use.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Any skill that says int by it, you can choose. So that would be
Ooh.
like history, arcana,
Yeah.
nature. I think there's one more. I can't remember. Investigation, maybe.
I'm proficient with
Perception?
Arcana, so I'm gonna do Arcana. Natural 20 for 23.
All right. Unfortunately, with your check, even if it is a natural 20, this is not a language that you're familiar with.
Damn, God damn it, not like this.
However, with arcane spellcasting, diagrams transcend language. So the
Okay.
annotations are pretty much like, let me put it this way. This is a natural 20.
Is like if there's something that I can take and I can bring it to Kai to understand it, I'm down for it.
The thing is, Kai's a fighter. Kai has no idea of the realms of magic.
True. Oh, so it would be
Yikes.
magic based in term. Okay, I got you. I get where you're. Okay.
Okay. I will give you something.
Okay.
There seems to be some spells you remember reviewing with Bovum when you were looking through it, because the diagrams would be something that he would be familiar with, even though he's not a wizard. Two sorcerers a sorcerer and a warlock together, especially some of this like historical knowledge, he could probably divulge what some of the spells would be. There's a lot of themology here. Things around animals and plants. There's a lot of diagrams that would be in the category of transmutation magic, meaning that they change one thing into another. There's also some hints of divination magic. This would be things like talking to things that you wouldn't be able to talk to, a la like languages, right? Like learning other languages by just giving yourself the ability to read it. Talking in tongues, even though you can't speak the language with somebody, just to communicate. Communicating with beasts, communicating with animals, right? And plants. There's also something very unique kind of in the back pages that is written in common. And this is what your natural 20 gets you.
Okay.
Can the arcane mix with nature? Can druidic magic affect weave? Almost like these just postulating questions in the annotations in the very back. And the weave, you guys understand, all of you, the weave is kind of colloquial phrase for pulling things out of thin air, right? The weave is magic itself. In Faerun, it's referred to in arcane circles as the weave, like a loom.
Okay.
Can I ask you like a crazy wild question and see if it's possible? Can I ask to learn Sylvan from Kai? And can I gain that, like, over time? Can I gain an understanding of that language so I can read this book?
That is like,
You can, but it takes a very long time.
it takes very long in terms of D&D time too.
Like if you were to use like essentially all of your downtime with a scholarly resource and or a like tutor, I would say Akaya could help you but Akaya is not a seasoned practitioner. She's just a native speaker, right? Not every native speaker is going to be able to have the capability of teaching you the ins and outs of the language, especially written and spoken, right?
Fair.
But the other thing would also be true because I know a little bit of lore about how some languages are affecting others. So, for example, if you spoke Elven and not Sylvan, it would take a lot less time for you to get there.
Fair.
If that makes sense, right? It'd be the same script. It'd be very
Yeah.
easy. The same thing for Gwyn. If Gwyn doesn't know Draconic, he would be able to learn Draconic because Dwarven is derivative of Draconic. So, because you lack all of the proficiencies, you would understand that learning this language is fascinating to you, but it would take a long time.
Yeah. A spell would
So
be
if you wanted to
faster.
start that ball rolling, I can go look through some books and I can kind of get you there. If you want to tell me how much time you want to dedicate when you want to do those type of things, like on travel, or if you want to have like some dead time, we can maybe get there. But again, this is in above game. This is a very short kind of
Yeah.
couple of weeks journey. So long term, if you guys ever want to pick this up again, we can maybe do another short adventure with these characters or a different group. But like, yeah, it would take a lot longer than we maybe have time in the adventure for.
It'd be easier for comprehend languages, I believe, than to learn it in this short like campaign. But okay, cool. Cool.
I will tell you this. Akaya, because she doesn't sleep, will probably be roused fairly easily. And if you would like to be awake, for those of you that slept the whole night, I think that's Hikari and Gwen, you guys can wake up whenever you want. But if you choose to wake up when your rest is complete, the 8-hour mark, you will notice that while Mango is reading the book is when you're roused. He's like pretty much like jammed a torch into the dirt, like has it lit and is like poring over this book. Like, we're not saying like flipping pages, but we're talking like he's using like very weird angles. He's maybe grabbing some tools and quills and maybe like tracing some of the language to try to understand some of the diagrams. And like, you see him maybe like tapping his head and kind of doing some things. He kind of like does some prestidigitation or not prestidigitation. Like, you have minor illusion, right?
No.
What's the cantrip that you have?
Mage Hand?
Yeah, maybe you use some sort of like mage hand to kind of like hold the book up so that you can kind of like check, like he's looking through every ounce and pouring this book over inside and out. Like he's checking the vellums of the pages to see if they're made out of unique materials. Like he is trying to figure out what the hell is in this spell book. Maybe even pulls out the key to just re-examine the key even. Because he got a natural 20, so he's been at it for a while.
I'm very skeptical about this. Or Gwen is very skeptical about this. Kind of slowly approaches Mango and says, Mango, you doing all right there? Can you hear me?
Just like 1 second. I think I found I'm almost there. There's something in the back of here that would like all of this is
I think this
like
book
Sylvan.
has gotten possession of him.
It was burn him at the torch. No, there's something in the
Lost your
back.
audio there, Dragon.
He's muted.
Damn it! I was like, I wonder
Must have bumped
which.
something.
Yeah, I was like, wonder what Stream Deck thing I pressed, and I thought it was the Pac-Man one, but no, it's the mute one. No, I'm almost got it, man. Like there's just something in here in the back. Like everything here is like something I can't read, and in the back it just says, can the arcane mix with nature? Can druidic magic affect the weave? And I don't know why that is the only thing in common. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else in this book that we can figure out. Can I borrow your book?
Yes.
Kind of has this crazed look in his eye a little bit.
So I'm just gonna
Borrow your book?
yeah, I'm gonna take his book and I'm just gonna hold on to it for now because everybody's getting up. and then
I
delete it.
I extend the book, like trying to keep as much distance as possible.
The mage hand drops the book and picks up the other one, so it doesn't need to go near him, and I don't need to move. Thanks, man.
I
I
like still
appreciate
holding the
I
other one.
like
mage
dart
hand.
away.
Brings it over, yeah.
it. Darts away. God.
rest of you can rouse when you like. Corin's already tending to the animals and feeding them in the morning.
Golem's mad that he got woken up, so he's sleeping a little extra.
All right.
To wake him up, I'm gonna take my mage hand and I'm gonna go over. I'm just gonna start caressing his cheek.
That won't wake me up. It'll make me sleep longer.
I slap him.
I wake
Not
up
to-
and butt him with my horn.
The mage hand disappears. Also, it can't do damage.
Yeah.
I wake up and hit him with my horn.
There's nothing there. I'm sitting.
It hurts
Over-
both of them.
It hurts both of them.
That's a 10.
It's a miss. Like it's stuck in a tree for a second. Yank it out.
Wait, what's my plus?
-2.
It's +0. It doesn't actually have a minus.
Oh, it's because you're proficient with the weapon, right? So yeah.
Yep.
That's funny.
All right. Anything else?
Nothing here.
I'm good to pack up camp and try and get a move on.
I've traipsed enough.
Okay, you guys want to go back on the journey towards Yartar?
Let's go, Yartar.
All right.
I think so.
I'm going to roll. Ooh.
Oh, Jesus.
And with a 24, that survival check will get Corin right to the front doors.
On the way, can we ask Corin about Yartar? Like what there is to do there? Like particular, like maybe
Sure.
some brothels or
Oh, we are
magic
going to a
shops or.
Well, I don't know about brothels. I mean, the town was supposedly ran down. It's not been on good times for a while. That's why we're going. This is a donation, remember?
Fair. I mean, brothels seem
Sure,
pretty
there
prevalent.
probably was a brothel at one point, but this used to be bustling trade city. But you know, about 10 years ago, some infighting, and town leadership kind of just stopped responding to our trade routes. Started sending people, and they stopped going back. If that makes sense, they would go to Yartar and finish their trade ship, and then come back, and then they would never have any form of messenger or business to continue. It was just there was no reciprocating, so we stopped. And yeah, I mean it's wild. The town had like 5,000 people in there. It's a big city.
Is
Massive.
there a reason? Is there a reason that you're not going to Tribor as well, or you are going to Tribor after this?
What do you
Tell
mean?
about
I'm
what's
from
it-
Tribor. That's where my business is located.
Oh balls! I thought that we were like somewhere outside of there. I didn't know that we were going. Got you. It's my intelligence.
How long
Canadian.
ago has this been an issue with lack of communication?
It's kind of slowly dropped off after that event about 10 years ago. We just heard from one of the people that have come back that they said that the leadership was all in a tizzy and they couldn't really do anything besides a couple of business folk. A couple of people just came back because they didn't have any business to go to. Those people were gone. Or the business is shut down when they arrived.
Like gone as in left?
Yeah,
Like
some of them
they-
left.
Okay.
Some of them left. I don't know. Maybe we can get some details when we get there. I'm not sure all the stuff. It's just all I know is that the town was run by a barony, and the barony's gone.
What's a barony?
It's kind of like a duke or a duchess or a baron. They're like a leader in the town, or a
Got
group
you.
of leaders, in some cases. But
Can I ride next to or on T the horse for the remainder of the journey?
sure.
Can I drive? I'm asking Corin.
Sure can, but I'm taking the directions from this part. This, I remember.
Yeah.
He rolled really high in his roll, so.
I'm driving now.
Can I ask Bovum before he takes the reins if I can see his copy of the book? Not his like own copy, but the other one. Just look at. Can I read it? I can read the other two.
I'm gonna say this is probably written in common.
The
The idea is it's a historical record, so yeah.
Yeah.
The
Okay. Cool.
occultic lore book is definitely in common.
Oh, I should heal. My bad.
Yeah, please hit the long
Oh,
rest
right.
button on your character sheets,
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
and that will reset your hit points. It'll
Okay.
give you all your spells back. If you had used any hit dice, you'll get half of those back.
Cool.
How
Well, they're
do I get rid? Is it okay if I hit clear all for the checks?
Yes, that's
and
what
stuff?
you want. Hmm.
Okay.
The hard reset, essentially.
Can I look over the Dread book while we're on the ride? Because I'm assuming it's gonna be a couple hours.
Yeah, it's a day's journey.
Okay. I wanna look and see. Um, I want to get a deeper understanding of just what the consensus of the book said. I just want to get a deeper understanding of what it's about first before I try and dive for any specific topics.
Okay. So this is not a fail pass check. This is a how much do you get check.
Right.
Give me investigation. Remember, in tiers of 5, you'll get more information.
Correct. 19.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 19. Ooh, missed that 20 check by one.
I know. We have
All right.
multiple days. It's fine.
The book describes a almost think of it like a kind of historic book. They're set up very disorganized, more like an encyclopedia than a novel. And in the historical records of this book, you read about something called the mists of the realms of dread showing up in the material plane, essentially the world where people live today. Mists come and they take and they transport. And when the mists are around, then you are locked in. There's no escape except from the leader or the kind of creator of that realm of dread. It is their realm. It is also a punishment to the leaders. Sometimes people don't really get what they want when they become a realm of dread leader. They wish to be isolated in their own prison. And some of them are imprisoned by other means. The mists themselves, a curse. So there's a very in-depth record of one of them by the name of Strahd von Zarevich, who is known as a famous deadly vampire. And essentially a inheritor of a massive castle. And there's a extensive story about him and kind of taking over this realm of dread, falling to repeat acts of sorrow, and just drowning the people and their souls into sorrow, and this story of reincarnating the souls into existing bodies as they're born, never allowing a release to the afterlife. Souls just continually have to relive through their sorrows again and again. And Strahd is no different, even though he's a vampire and can essentially live forever if he maintains his well-being. And he has this sorrow story. It's kind of a very well-known story, but this is used as a kind of case study on how other realms of dread might come or go, how other realms of dread might be developing now, where people would have some form of a vice that would drive them to want to be isolated and create their own realm of dread, isolate people, take it on. Realms of dread and the mist kind of being pulled from reality, from maybe some gods kind of toying with mortals, and being or people trying to attain godhood and being punished by heroes and locked into the realms of dread. So there's all kinds of different realms of dread stories, and at some point in the book, it kind of seems a bit out of place, but there's a very short chapter about creating one. And the creation of a realm of dread only merely describes that, based off of the knowledge of what we know about the limited realms of dread that exist, it's not out of the realms of possibility that it could be created, but there's no current knowledge of how to do so. More research is necessary, and if it were necessary, then it's likely this knowledge wouldn't be shared.
Okay.
Was that something Corin was telling us, or we just know that, or?
This is just from Mango's knowledge of reading the book. And
Oh.
again, the only reason I'm not giving this information to Bovin because he has a copy of this is because it reads like an encyclopedia, and the more maybe Bovin would have read this book, the more kind of disheartening it would be. It's not good reading. It's very informational. It's very creepy. Like, the stories are sad. Everything is terrible. Like, it's kind of like you're reading I mean, I don't really know how to like put this into modern terms. Like, this is just like terrible situation
Unsettling.
that develop these things. And you're like, why would this be something that someone wants a record about other than just to avoid it? You know what I mean? So
Is there a role for emotional composure?
we would use something in this game called wisdom saving throws with regards to fear checks or sanity checks. And if you're familiar with something like a game called Amnesia, or in tabletop circles, there's something called Call of Cthulhu. They have a whole sanity system. If you would like to, in character, think that you're kind of unsettled by this, you can willfully fail the save, or you can willfully take a save just to see if you're creeped out by something. Allow you to roll a wisdom save. But other than this, I like people kind of actively role playing out what their reactions would be anyways, without a penalty.
As
Do
I'm reading this, if anybody's paying attention to Mango while he's doing this, the mage hand is up and it's holding the book. But it gives me a sense of nostalgia, hearing this, and so you'll see like kind of some smiles. Like, it doesn't seem to faze me, in terms of like these things that are somewhat depressing to most people. From what I've experienced in my past, it almost seems like home in a sense. So I don't really seem fazed by them. I'm really intrigued.
The hardest thing about this, I think, the only thing that really rings home for Mango is the specific lines that seem to be a constant theme through the Realms of Dread, which do not really give a whole lot of description of hope in any of them. There's no restoration. There's no redemption arcs. There's no happy endings. It's all about being sealed or punishing, and it being cyclical and never ending. There's no way of going back on your mistakes. You're only left to endure them for an eternity. Or if it's not your mistakes, someone else's mistakes might cause you to be punished forever. And just because you were unlucky enough to be pulled into the mists, you're stuck there. Oh, there's also one more thing, because you roll high enough for this.
Yep.
This is the most fascinating thing to me personally as a DM and also as like a creator. The Realms of Dread and the mists that bring you to them, or might bring one to them, have a constant theme that anyone that's brought to the mists is not a good person.
Oh! I have you turned up. I'm just going away. I can hear you though.
Hey, Mango.
Yeah.
Maybe my memory is fuzzy. Did we encounter some funny mists that one night? Or maybe it was just a funny dream I had.
Looking back.
Am I a bad person?
I think we saw some mists. It seemed kind of misty, but it didn't seem to gather around anyone. Unless it was everyone?
Well, we'll have to be on our best behavior in Yartar, I think.
No brothels for anyone, because they don't exist.
How likely or unlikely is it that we have entered an alternate dimension? Or is it very certain that we're still in the same dimension that we've always been in? If that makes any sense.
Oh.
I just
So
want to point out just one minor thing. Mango hasn't shared the information just yet
Yeah.
with the party.
Yeah, I'm just reading right now.
So until in character he gives you that info, Dawn, then you don't know that. Just to keep it kind of all in here. Like you guys as characters can take notes, and players you can like keep your own records of like what I just told you. It's great, but like until Mango tells you in character, your character has
You
no.
can't act on it until.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That would be what's referred to as metagaming, right? You know this knowledge as a player, but your character doesn't know that knowledge, and so there should be a disconnect there.
Yeah.
Alright.
As of right now, I'm so engrossed in the book. I haven't thought to share it with anybody yet.
This would have taken hours for him to kind of get these conclusions.
Yeah.
You guys are
it's
just
so
silently
fascinating.
riding along. Yeah. But
Can I investigate the road as I go?
What's that?
Can I investigate the road as I go?
What are you looking for?
Proof of like if something has gone across it over the last hours or so. Last few,
Okay. Survival, please.
whether it be wildlife or something. I'm looking at my survival. +2. 16. Finally, a good roll.
Yeah. Normal things that would not be on a road are actually things that are around, right? So the road doesn't seem to be well traveled. This still holds true, but there might be some animal tracks of what would indicate maybe snakes. There's some snakes in the area. There also seems to be some larger paw prints, maybe on a dog, maybe a little bit bigger. There seems to be another track that maybe you'll find at some point is kind of looks like very small like lizard feet, like pitter patter, kind of cute looking. A little bit of wildlife you'll probably see along the way, right? Owls, just some ravens, maybe some deer.
Dinner.
Any stag?
Nope. Anyone else before Mango finishes his reading to divulge the information? Okay, well, if he chooses to tell you guys, now would be the time that he's finished reading and gathered the knowledge. If he wants to divulge the info, he can sit on it or give it to you how you like.
I think I want to spend more time with this, just like above board for everybody. So I'll describe that I'll describe the mists and the realm of dread. I'm gonna leave out Strahd for right now. But I'm gonna do like they take and they transport the punishment to the leader. Usually, sometimes they don't get what they want, like if they just want to be isolated, because it brings people to them. That the mists are a curse. It's not a positive ending for anybody. Like there's no restoration from this. There's no redemption. But I mean, if you don't mind, because I know that you found it, Bovum, if you don't mind if I continue to look at this and dig a little deeper, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, go ahead. Just share anything you find later on.
Absolutely.
So I asked Mango, how much does Mango believe this to be a factual account, or how much of it seems to me mythological?
You can
I
have
mean,
inspiration. That's a very good question.
yeah. I think, from Mango's perspective, like there are deities out there that we worship and we call upon all the time, and they heal us or they damage us. They give us powers, right? Like the weave is all around us, so the level of possibility I think is absolutely out there. Whether or not we, I leave out the ability of creating a realm of dread, too. But I think I do think that these realms are out there. I find it very fascinating that they only transport one person, though.
That was not something I said.
Did you not?
Correct.
I thought you said it only transports one person. Oh. Yeah, I just find it. I find it very fascinating that there's no way out. I guess. Sorry, that that once you enter these, that you would have to, I guess, look for a leader to let you out, or defeat the leader.
There's
Did
no
I get anything?
description of how to get out.
Yeah, so it seems like a very hopeless place. So, with all the possibilities of magic, I feel like that's the one thing that, to me, that seems like is missing, is the possibility of an escape from one of these. For all the other possibilities we have in our world.
In universe, would it be appropriate for me to ask Mango about his warlock origin? Like, would that be
So
impolite?
I think in the universe is probably a good way of saying it, of magical practitioners, warlocks would be indiscernible from sorcerers. So for all practical purposes, if Mango indeed would like to hide his warlock backdrop, he can just say he's a storm sorcerer. He was blessed by some form of storm deity. The only thing is, Mango now knows that he also has a storm sorcerer with him, Bovum, and anything that he does that is not relatively identical in practicality, that how the spells are cast, or maybe certain spells that he has the ability to cast that maybe Bovum doesn't have the ability to cast, would be very suspect. So under a microscope of somebody that is that type of practitioner, it would be harder to track. But in the realm of having, a barbarian, a fighter, and a druid, or sorry, a ranger, you guys would have no discernible way of telling the difference between the two of them.
Can I also just say, what are the goddamn odds that it both goes this way? That's all I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Thanks, Bovum.
Well, I don't know if he was trying to hide it because Akaya said that she saw. I don't know. Did you talk to Mango about his thing in the first session there, Kim?
I don't think so. I think I told he floated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she
Okay.
asked if I had done that before, and I said not to my knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's sounding like he's trying to cover it a bit, at least above the game. You can kind of divulge that, but yeah, it doesn't seem like something normal. It could be anything else, right? So
yeah, I've never been asked. It could be.
It also could be that I don't know, because you guys didn't really write super in-depth backdrops for your characters.
Yeah.
If you want to have your character think one way and the actuality of being something else is also a possibility. I've done that before, right? Where I'm playing a warlock, but I think that I'm not a warlock. I think I'm something else. Because Carrie plays a character that she thinks she's a cleric, but she was blessed by a god, then got a celestial themed warlock pack with that god.
Mm-hmm.
And she's also kind of a little crazy on her character. So she's like, I can create holy water, and then throws water on somebody. It's not holy water, you dummy. It's just something funny to do. But yeah.
Did I see Mango reading the book so fervently? Did I see that? And I also saw him float. I didn't tell anybody else that I saw him float yet. I'm a little suspicious of it all. I might tell somebody that I saw him float. Maybe Bovum.
I'm just driving the ship.
Aren't they
The
both like?
ship.
I don't know. Does he? Oh, so he doesn't give me any like indication that like worries him in any way.
Wait,
Is that what
did
we're
you
getting?
see anything?
Yeah, I'm telling you that I saw him float.
What are you saying? You gotta talk to me.
Yeah.
Like at night, like he was asleep, and then I like briefly saw him float, and I like mentioned it to him, and he said like he wasn't aware that it happened before. We didn't go past that really.
Was this last night?
Yeah. Well, wasn't it like the night before last? 2 nights ago.
I didn't see him floating last night whenever I was watching. It's kind of weird though.
Yeah. I asked,
No, I can make myself float with these winds for a split second, but then I fall right back down.
yeah, Southern Minotaur.
But
Damn it, I hate it so much.
What would make him float like that?
I do not know. I'm just a fighter.
Mango.
I'm a street smart.
Mango.
Yeah.
You get your head out the book for a second.
Oh god, this Alabama accent's killing me.
We're gonna have to take a break soon. This is
Yeah. Woo. Hoo-wee.
Why you be floating?
I honestly didn't know that I had floated. I was asleep when it happened. Kai told me about it, and I've never had that happen before. I think it's
Can I insight that? See if he knows that that's never happened before.
So again, with Realm of Characters, I will allow you guys to roll off if you in character would like to do a roll off between the two of you. It'll be contested check every time. There'll be no passives, but only if both players agree to it.
If I'm telling, I believe myself to be telling the truth, so what do I roll? Persuasion?
So in this case, if you are rolling, you can choose both of them, but you do not have to divulge to anyone at the table which one of the roles you are. You just, if you beat him, you tell him what he thinks, right? So like if you're trying to persuade him or deceive him, and you roll higher than he rolls, then you can see it. But if he rolls higher than you, then you have to divulge the truth of the roll.
And if that's in fact something that I don't even know, you would let me know so that I can. Okay,
Correct.
Cool. Yeah, excellent.
So you can choose until you have a question.
So I'm rolling off against you.
Yeah.
And both of them has to tell you what he rolls first so that you can kind of tell him.
And I get to I have 23.
Oh my god.
You can tell him whatever you like here. That he would insight from that.
Yeah,
failure.
He's genuine when he's telling you it. He seems like above board. That when he says that it's like until someone has noticed it, he he told Kai, I've been alone for most of my life, so I would have never noticed that. Nobody's ever told me that.
Well, do you want us to watch it closer in your sleep in case
I mean, it can't hurt, right? Like,
Oh.
yeah. I mean, what happens if I just go off into the woods? I mean, it'd be nice if I could just bypass
you go
all
off
these
in
trees.
the woods. I mean, they'd probably something would probably get you if you were floating through the trees.
I don't want that. Please watch me at night. Not too closely. Like my eyes are up here, type thing. You know what I mean? But
Maybe I ought to tie you down with a net every night.
Oh, yeah, you are proficient with the nets.
Yes, you are a regular caster. That does make sense.
He's a big caster.
Not a BDSM podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Oh gosh.
I can cast mold earth and put dirt on him to keep him from floating.
Dirt in his boots.
I'm gonna send you a DM real quick, Rob. While we're doing this.
All right.
Whenever you.
Gwyn is a fisherman, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we see you floating,
As a trident, on the basis of my species, would I have any prejudice against him for that?
That's a character choice.
What is your
so
diet?
if we see you floating,
I'm a
do you
trident.
want us to wake you up?
I mean, is it like sleepwalking? Do we want to do that? Could I die?
I don't think you can die.
I mean, sure. We'd see if we could still float.
Maybe if I grab you, I'll float too.
I mean, maybe.
Bobum has decided he's gonna start taking watches now to see if people start floating.
Bovum's gonna be the grumpiest person for having to stay up at night.
I'm telling you, it's these cursed books. Listen, when we get into town, we ought to be
It was
mighty
before we
careful.
found the books.
Mighty careful about showing these books around. 'Cause
But we floated before we found the books.
you don't know who's watching, who we can trust, who's gonna see this man float in the middle of the night while trying to decipher these accursed spells.
Jesus.
Is it possible for me to roll perception check on whether or not there's any thaumatological psychological effect the books have on our party?
Sure. You can roll Arcana.
Only Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you would like to
I
roll
have,
medicine, you can try that.
I have Arcana 11.
I mean, Mango's acting a little weird, but you could potentially divulge that it's because he's reading the books, or it could be because the knowledge that he's gaining is kind of making him a little weird. Not sure if it's the knowledge or the books, you know. Sometimes you read something that's a little esoteric that kind of changes your worldview.
Or
Yeah.
Bobum's rubbing off on him.
Hikari interprets that as him just being familiar with his material that he studied before.
Shiny.
Wait, is that an Eevee?
Oh, you're mid combat.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, be like, oh
Almost
wow,
done.
random Eevee shiny.
Where's my phone? I lose my phone when it's sitting right next to me all the time.
Dog shit IVs as per usual. Cool.
Anybody have any other questions, or we're at the gates, or?
I mean, you guys can roleplay as long as you like, but I can get you to the gates when you want to be there.
Are we still in the forest?
Oh yeah.
Is
It's a
it
day's journey.
how long would it have taken me to read most of what I just learned for that?
Probably about 3 hours, easily, if not more.
Can I don't want to be that person. So if anybody else wants to roleplay anything else, because I want to dive into the plant book next. I just don't want to be a dick and be like have Rob talk for like 20 minutes on.
I'll tell you after about an hour of reading through the plant book, it's what I told you last time. There's no other additional information you're gonna uncover in this book. We're not even gonna roll for it. We'll just save some time.
I'm gonna ask Corin. So the Barony's gone. Who's in charge of Yartar now, or is it just kind of?
I heard
chaos?
that one of the protective wizards of the town is in charge now, but I don't know. It seems like they've been trying to change from a barony. Maybe they weren't happy with it. A little bit of unrest in the town. But
I hate it when
I
the
don't know.
wizards are in charge.
Yeah, they're a bit snooty, but don't.
Yeah, them damn casters.
Yeah, the worst. Wrong sort of cast.
From what
Wrong
I
sort of.
understand, he was kind of the people's person. Like he didn't really seem like the type of person that wanted to take charge after, you know, a bunch of people got ousted for being a problem, right? If there's internal unrest and then the barony got removed, then I doubt anyone's going to have much of a power play if they want to have the realm of the people at their back, unless that was what caused the uprising or something. I don't even know what happened. I'm just kind of talking out of my ass. Maybe we got to go there and maybe ask around. I bet you the people there could probably tell you more. Again, I'm just trying to go do something nice.
You're a swell guy, Corin.
Thank you. I try. Scales are getting a little duller these days, but you know.
How old is Corin?
You haven't asked?
Corn, how old are you? I know Dragonborns are young. They die young.
Wow, you can't just say that.
Jesus.
That's out again.
That's dark.
He's 88.
Oh wow.
He is. He's old.
But let me tell you, he has got like, he is jacked. Like his arms are as strong as an ox.
Maybe not the
Tough
ox in our
grandpa.
party.
Yeah.
No, it's not. He's stronger than an
No,
ox.
like a real ox, not a half of one.
Burn.
I mean, guys,
Golden
come on. It
fries.
could be worse. It could be.
He's more
it could be a
librarian
negative.
than ox, to be honest.
It could be a lot worse. He could be -4 on his strength product, but we
I'm
thankfully only hit.
-2.
Yeah, you're only halfway there.
Man, I wish Rob had a 75 floor. Stats.
God.
Certainly do.
You do not.
Yeah, I had nothing else to add.
Let's get to the gates.
Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna get you to the gates, and then we'll take a break. It's not what I wanted. Please hold.
DM buffering.
The sweet smelling cedars continue to perforate your senses.
Man, that's some good grilling wood.
Redwoods start to permeate your vision, and additional wildlife of mostly flora continues to thicken as you get closer, but not on the path that seems to be actually gaining some more ground as far as looking like it's being used or at least preserved away from wildlife. Approaching the town, as it comes into view, you can see completely destroyed walls. What looks to be a very previously well-fortified city of about 6,000 people now looks to be nothing more than a pile of rubble outside the front gates. Even the gates themselves are just doors off the hinges that are just rotting.
Corn? Is
The
it supposed to look like this?
just a sec.
Sorry.
Instead of a watchtower outside of the gates that you might see, kind of to open them, you see instead of 2 watchtowers flanked on the gates, you would see 2 large mushrooms that are about 10 to 15 feet tall and thicker than a cedar on the stalk. If you would like, I would like, let's see, who is proficient in nature or survival may roll either.
I
Only if you have
will.
proficiency.
I don't know how to find that out.
Okay, so the
I have
little black
survival.
dots on your skills. You know what I'm talking about, Kim? There's a little black dot on the left
Right.
side of your skills.
Anyone or just one person?
I'm black dots in strength and constitution.
No, on the skills. Like the acrobatics, the
Yeah.
nature, the survival. I'm saying if you've got a black dot by survival or a black dot by nature, you can roll either of those.
Just one
looking
person
for
or the entire
skill-
party?
Oh no, there. Senses, saving throws, campaign.
Nope.
Oh,
Not
skills.
those. Not
Is it?
perception.
I'm on my phone, by the way. Okay, I found it. Which ones did you say? I have perception, insight, athletics, animal handling.
You
and
have
acrobatics.
survival, so you can roll that. When I'm looking at your character sheet, you do not have nature, so you can roll +4 survival check. Let's start with Hikari though. Hikari, what did you roll?
Are we all rolling? 'Cause
Anyone?
I
can
don't have
roll.
proficiencies.
In either of them?
Yeah, I'm the worst ranger ever.
Truth, you
I
do
put
not have
everything
those
in the wrong
proficiencies.
stack.
Okay. Gwen, you're next.
I rolled for survival, and I rolled a natural 1. So total
Big
of 6.
six. Big 6. Cool.
Those are some mushrooms.
Mushrooms stink. Bovum, do you have either of those proficiencies?
Well,
Do you
that
have
one too.
survival? Nice. Big 3. Mango.
No, I don't have them.
We're all gonna
Akaya?
die.
Oh no. 1 + 4, 5.
3 natural ones?
Oh my god. Everybody burn your
We're gonna
dice.
die.
Should I roll anyways without proficiency?
I'm rolling.
Sure.
I'm buying new dice right now.
DC's higher for you. You want to roll without it?
Okay, let's see.
Not
Nature or survival? I'm gonna roll for survival. I have a total of 8.
Okay. Time to fail forward, ladies and gentlemen.
Trying to fail forwards. Love it.
I will tell you, there seems to be a lot of different kinds of fauna, like different plants that do not seem to correlate with one another, meaning that they don't seem like they're growing together. Like, man, you guys rolled so badly. I'm not going to give you much more than that.
Hey,
Looks
does anybody?
pretty.
Yeah, does anybody know what's going on here? Like,
You know what? I'll roll for Corin.
Thank God.
nat 20, please.
Can I roll for? Can someone roll for Finn?
He's
I
a
have
pile
Finn's
of
essence.
glue. Yeah, Finn's
That's a
essence.
natural 20.
Yes, let's
What?
go.
Natural 20. Which is fitting because it's a skull.
Nice.
All right. Whoa there, horses. Just stop the carts.
Ah,
Whoa, what's going on?
You smell that?
No.
no.
Smell what?
Are we in the moorlands? He like looks around, try to figure out where due north is. No. Then why do we have vines and bog scent in a woodland? And now that he's pointing this out, you guys can look around and you're seeing things that you would anticipate being in a jungle, being in a forest. Like, we're talking massive flowers. Like, huge, like, exorbitant, very scented flowers that are just next to an evergreen. Like, just wild things. Like, you've got vines running through oaks. And maple trees next to winter climate fruit trees. Like, it's just weird stuff. And then of course you've got the elephant in the room that you guys already noticed. 10 to 15 foot tall mushrooms greeting your entrance.
I've never been here. This seems fine.
This isn't what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
The only thing that stands out to me is the destroyed buildings.
There's
Are
also
any of
no
the
guards.
Carnivorous plants?
He kind of looks over there's a couple very large flowers. They're about maybe like 10 feet around, like tall, as far as like from one frond to the next frond, like all the way across from two of them to the center. Like that diameter would be about 10 feet. Like they're just huge flowers and they smell fantastic. Like there's a couple of those, but you don't know if anything's like carnivorous. Your best guess is like, that's a big flower. If that thing wanted to eat me, maybe it'd be that one, but I don't know.
Okay.
I can't tell the difference between the bark and a flower at this point.
We could like identify them in the book, but take a while.
The book is more about how to care for them, not how to identify them.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Are the plants occupying the town or more surrounding it?
I would say you can probably tell that there's a significant amount of plants inside of the town as well. Lots of overgrown locations, for sure. And with that, we'll take a break. Let's take 5.
Nice. See you soon.
See you soon.
Mr. Rob.
power up 10 times? Come on, man.
The worst.
Why are they so fascinated with making players spend Stardust for no goddamn reason?
Hurts.
You know what? I'm gonna power up that Typhlosion.
And 3.
3, 4, 5, 6, 10.
Can I just say I hate Kyogre?
Cool.
I
got
do
2,000
too.
Stardust back. Yay. Terrible. Catch 15, transfer 15, evolve 3. Excellent. I have to blind evolve these. So cool. Love it.
Gotta love Eevee Day.
I'm still stuck at level 41 because I haven't even bothered to like do the Eevee evolution mission.
I'm looking for like one specific Eevee.
I got my Hundo Eevee, oh wow.
What is that?
I got my Hundo Eevee last week, and I'm not sure if I might as well evolve it to get the Psychic Umbreon now, or if I should just hold off until like a last resort event comes back, or if I should just whatever and just elite
Get
TM in
Psychic.
it.
Get Psychic. It's gonna be better in Ultra.
This is a rank 11 Flareon.
I have so many. I think I have like what, at least 30 Eevee.
Why just
Rob,
go
full
for the
send.
random thing? I don't know if they've got.
Rob, full send.
Do they have something else?
Mm-mm.
Like a way of actually deciding what I want to
They
evolve?
might have turned on the name trick for just that today.
They wouldn't have. They didn't do it last time. They wouldn't do it this time. And they would have made an announcement if they did, I feel. Actually, I don't know, because like that's kind of like a loose secret. Because they never really announced that ever.
Wait a second. I have a 015-1. I think that was one of the Umbreon stat products, was it?
It's crazy. You have the one person that you should be asking here.
No, I don't think it was. I think it's 014-1 and 014-0 and 013-0 and 013-1. Those are the 4 that are like the good ones.
Yeah, 0-13-0 is the max
That's the one I want.
defense. Yeah.
Why do you want that?
It has the Vigoroth attack breakpoint in the 1 versus 2. And it beats Sableye more cleanly in the 1-2. It beats Shadow Vic high rank and high rank Shadow Machamp in the 2-2.
That's ridiculous.
That's psychic.
Hey, Matt, off the top of your head, would you happen to know any defense bulk points for Sylveon and Masters?
Not off the top of my head, unfortunately. I haven't looked into like minimum IVs for Sylveon. I can take a quick peek though.
Rank 10 Espeon. Great league. Jonka seems to like Flareon for Ultra League. Okay. You know what I might do is I might just evolve some of the shinies for the Dex entries. Just like high roll them.
I've been muted this entire time. That's wild.
Oh no.
Yeah,
like-
we decided we didn't want to talk to you,
I know.
so that's
fine.
why we weren't
And
responding.
you know what? That's why I'm not telling you all the information that's in the book.
I'm not even kidding, guys. I already found a set of dice and dice tray. I told y'all I would.
Look up dice
You want
tower.
to see mine?
You need to get a good dice tower.
Here's
I have one. I have a Cthulhu one.
Ooh, girl. Oh, I like. Oh, it's a Wormwood one.
Yep, it is. It is the
Pretty.
We're looking at Rob's
salted
junk
tamarind.
It's
now.
pretty.
Excellent.
And then I've got a couple of different D20s that are new that came in. These are all the sparkly ones from Dispel Dice. And then this one is from a different Kickstarter. It's got like some... This is called Dead Man's Chest. It's got like a skull inside of the die.
Nice.
That's cool.
This is the one I just crit with earlier.
Well, you know what? That's extremely rude. But I am all for everybody getting who rolled those natural ones. Everybody should burn their dice and get new ones, please. You need dice jails.
I've
Please
got
don't.
the one picked out. We're good.
Perfect.
But this copy, and this is the dice roller I have that I use it at my friend's. I bought it for the group.
Ooh, the Jolteon spawn for the research.
Ooh, okay. Oh,
No,
that's
please.
nice.
Yeah,
It
I was
counts for the
pretty happy
catch an
about that.
Eevee.
I'm checking the Canada Amazon store because God knows we probably wouldn't have the same thing.
A zap cannon. Okay.
Wait, you're in Canada?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
2 hours away from King. In London,
I
Ontario.
have the 11313 Matt that I'll probably end up evolving for an extra. It's a Vigoroth. It's one of the Vigoroth ones.
Ooh,
11313. So I'll probably have that at the bare minimum. The Vigoroth one I think is the most important one, to be honest with you. The rest of them are kind of like, that's gravy. But I have a rank 1 with Last Resort, so I'm good there.
I'm just gonna get some metal dice for this campaign.
Wait, the Eevees have Last Resort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the thing.
Well,
it
you
said
have
they
lots
would.
of work, but you can't evolve them yet, so.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if there's going to be Bidoof's treatment.
Oh God, please no.
Please no.
Wait, what do
I
you
have
mean by
a
the
zero-
Bidoof treatment?
Actually,
I have
you
a
know what?
0% EV with Last Resort. Shiny.
Evolve, or yeah,
Nice.
keep it out as is perfect. Max it out, obviously.
I'm
Eevee
not
in Great League?
I've legit kept it at 0.
This is a rank 4 Glaceon.
I think I have a rank 1 Great League Glaceon, but like,
Oh.
I don't think it's evolved. No, because I think it's both rank 1 Espeon and a rank 1
Check this out, Arrow.
Glaceon.
Okay, so it's a good Glaceon,
Those are
Flareon,
nice.
Espeon, Jolteon,
I like the gears behind them.
Sylveon, Leafeon. Now these have to be on a lore, right? There's no...
To evolve into
That's neat.
Glaceon and Leafeon?
Yeah. I may have to
Yeah,
do the research tomorrow or something.
I haven't bought new dice in so long.
Do you play on Wholesome's games?
Huh?
Like you said that you were in like another campaign. Do you play in Wholesome's games?
No.
He said I asked him, he said he only plays with friends and only offline because his friends have like very degenerate, not like big terms of service problems with like jokes that they make. So they're like, yeah, we can't do that on Twitch. And I was like, fair.
I
I
think we've been to a brothel in every campaign that I'm in. And I'm in, I think, 5 campaigns right now.
The only
All right,
other one.
is
that I'm
everyone
in-
back to play?
Yeah,
good.
We just alternate them. Like, we'll do one 3 weeks, and then another one 3 weeks, and another one 3 weeks.
Nice.
Okay. If you guys are cool, let's play.
Yep.
I was born cool.
Press F to
Someone
chat.
believe that.
I'm gonna
But-
need you to chill.
I knew
Alright,
it.
so
You
there-
need
yeah,
a
stop
roll
touching
for a
babies.
coolness check.
Here's my deception roll.
Nat one.
That's a nat 20.
You.
Yeah.
Well, what do I
Nat-
want to counter
what-
deception?
No. Nat 20 for what? What did you roll? With your
Deception.
advantage? No, but what do you get with it?
24.
24.
Okay, I'm rolling for perception.
It would be insight. Would be the contested roll.
Oh.
Oh, I don't even beat that if I got a nat.
I have a polite insight.
I'm charismatic, my guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
same
crap.
here. That's why when you insight checked me, it was like ridiculously high. It's like +6.
All right, I'm just doing a blind evolution. We'll just see what it is.
Insight's
It's shiny.
wisdom. It's not charismatic. Sad.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are at the front doors, or
Mhm.
rather the broken down gate. What do you do?
Well,
What's
should
going
we
on?
not go forward, Torn?
I don't know.
I asked
I gotta go
Corin
over
if
them one way or the other.
I mean, onward. I try to make the horses go.
Make an animal handling check.
Do I? I mean, okay.
The sass of which you asked for
19.
that handle.
All right. Yeah, you like grab the reins and whip them, and they start moving slowly to a trot. If you want them to.
Yeah. Keep your eyes peeled.
Anything else from the other people before I walk in?
Should I roll perception for danger, or
What are you looking for?
any hostile people, citizens, guards?
Sure.
perhaps?
Okay, you can roll perception. Yep.
9.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Besides
we-
what I've already told you.
Are we being watched? Or we get the feeling of being watched?
I'll allow one more perception roll, Mango, if you want to roll.
I think it's 18, to be honest with you. Yeah, no. 15. Less of like looking around for people that are like walking around, and more of just like, if it's not in the town, just get the feeling of being watched.
You definitely feel like you're being watched.
Fuck. I share that with the party. I'm saying that we should still go forward, but I definitely feel like we are being watched heavily.
Y'all want to? Can I ask them to like investigate, look around, rather than perception feel? Because I wouldn't personally be able
I
to
don't want to get out.
see anything.
I want to get out of the cart. I want to get out of the cart. I'm gonna stay in the cart. I don't want to look around to see who's watching me.
I mean, I'm driving the cart. I can look around, see what I see, but
Investigation would not be looking around. Investigation would be getting in your hands and
Okay.
you're gulling into stuff.
what would it be? Would it
It
be
would be
perception?
another perception check, and I've already allowed 2 checks. So
Yeah, no need for it.
Do you guys press on?
Yeah, I'm with caution.
Can we be stealthy, like as a group? In terms of like not trying to like not be seen, but just kind of just not
Going
make
slow.
a lot of noise. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
You're not going at like a trot pace with the horses anymore. You're like, okay, well, we're just gonna go at it nice and easy, getting in here. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
As
Is
you
our
kind of,
caravan
Music, sorry.
what's that?
I love it.
is our caravan like a closed wagon, or is like an open wagon kind of thing?
You got one of each. You guys are probably in the more closed one with the supplies, and the open one would just be like generic stuff that could be open to the elements and be safe. And you can even just throw a tarp over it if you just want to keep it dry, or a tarpaulin if you're from New Zealand. So you kind of uneasily maybe crouch down a little bit as you continue and push through the front door, or rather the broken doors of the front gates near the mushrooms. One second, I need to pull open. Where did this go? Should be here. Just need to get a range check for something.
Fireball.
Would be here.
Oh no!
Energy ball.
Energy ball.
Oh, here it is. Okay. That's hilarious. Okay. All right.
Corn dies.
Okay, I just need to grab one more thing here.
Oh god.
Where is that? Not that one, you dingus. Where'd it go? The fuck? It's not in there. I remember putting it in here. Okay. Maybe it's in the other one. Pretty sure I have made like a bunch of different lists of stuff just for reference. And I'm not finding it, so just give me a second. Nope, not in there either. Cool. Last one. Please be in here. Aha! Target acquired. Okay. As you approach and go through, once you are probably within a good safe distance, you would probably say to cast a spell at the gates. Like if someone's standing in the middle of the gates, you could probably be like whoosh, and just hit them with the spell pretty easily. Close range, like medium one. The completely unmoving large mushrooms have like these spots all over them, you know, like a traditional toadstool would. The spots open in all of them, just all at the same time. Like once you get within 30 feet, it just goes, and then the mushrooms start to vibrate just a little bit.
The spots on the caps, or
Yes, on the caps.
we wouldn't be
And
able
then-
to see those, would we?
What's that?
But if they're like that tall, we
They're
could
kind
see
of
the
like
cap.
big. They go like this heart shape. They go all the way under, right?
Oh.
All the way to the stalk. So like you can see the spots all the way around like this, right?
Okay.
So then when the spots open and have these like holes that go in towards the inside, right? You guys hear. And this shrieking sound is like piercing. If you've ever played Zelda Majora's Mask, it's just like the Skull Kid's voice, like, yeah! And at the same time, behind you and your whole group, the large flowers that Akaya was looking at earlier go, and spores go everywhere. I would like everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh Jesus.
Oh god.
I have allergies.
We're gonna die.
What's a
So the wisdom saving throws are at the top left of your PC screen, or on the saving throws and kind of general stats on the mobile sheet.
A saving.
wisdom?
I got a 4.
I rolled a 10.
And like this screeching sound is like mild. I'm trying not to like rip your eardrums with headphones off, but it's fucking loud.
Earphone warning. Go.
Think of
I
just
got
like
11.
somebody's ear horn, like got an air horn right in your face, just like that's what it sounds like.
Jesus.
Should I use my inspiration on this?
That's up to you if you want to use your inspiration. We'll go from reverse order on the stream, so we're gonna start with Akaya to my right.
Yeah, 11.
Okay, you pass.
Six.
Gwen,
17.
you pass. Mango,
15.
pass. Ovum,
4.
you fail.
Uh-oh.
Cuddy,
10.
you fail.
Can I roll again with inspiration?
Only before you know the result.
Yes, I do.
You already know the result as a failure.
Wait. Damn it.
You have to just choose to use your inspiration before you know the result of the roll. Corin got an 18, so he's fine. And then I would like all of you to roll a d20, and that will represent 2 horses. So no modifier.
So just roll a
Wait,
d20.
horses?
Just roll d20.
Oh
7.
no.
I don't know where it is. I'm so sorry.
Bottom left, there's a little button.
Oh,
Just click
okay,
that,
just
and then
the
there's like a bunch of dice in there. Just choose the d20 one. Looks like this.
Oh, hold on, I'm not looking at you. Okay.
Both of them. What'd you get?
Oh my god.
I didn't hear you.
7.
Okay. Hikari, what did you roll?
9?
Okay. I can't see. It's 17
17.
for you, Mango. Okay.
Yep.
Gwen
5.
and Akaya.
1.
The sound doesn't actually go away. It continues to penetrate. And as the spores go through, those of you that failed, including the horses,
Oh.
smell an unbelievable, incredibly fragrant scent from the spores. And if you're riding or driving anything, you get off. The horses that failed stop moving, turn their heads towards the plants, and begin to walk towards them.
I'm walking.
Guys, what are you doing?
Do we have any?
As soon
Can we
as,
talk to them?
just 1 second, as soon as Mango says this, after they begin to walk and dismount and slowly do something, all of them begin to run towards the plants, and we're going to roll initiative.
All of us?
Yes.
Oh god, no.
Even if you're running.
So 1 second. Do not roll it in the game just yet. I need to actually set up something for this.
Wait, what?
Is it under skills?
It's under proficiency. It's in the it's in the
Oh, it's
very
at the
middle.
top. Okay.
Oh my god.
Are we using it? Are we using a thing for this?
1 second.
Yeah.
From the encounter. Okay. Hikari, what did you get for your initiative roll?
Let me see. 8.
Kai got a 21. I see that. Thank you. Mango?
Where am I rolling? Am I rolling in D&D Beyond?
You don't have to. You can if you want to.
I rolled a natural 20 plus 2, so 22, but I can roll in the game if you'd like.
Cool. Both of them. What did you get?
11 plus 1, 12.
Gwen.
13.
All right. Which one of you failed?
What's fail? Oh. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have the horses go on each of your turns in 2 different shifts just for clarity. So I'm going to use the hit points here and just use 1 hit point for BB to symbolize that he failed, and then 1 for Hikari and show that she... Oh shit, hang on. Can I not? Yeah, let's just do that. Fuck it.
Do I take 1 damage?
Okay, cool. Gwen, did you fit? Gwen passed this check, but the horses that he was rolling for failed.
Right.
So we're gonna say that that's 5 different horses. Is that correct? I think only one of the horses people rolled a success. Is that correct? And it,
What's...
I think so. I got a 17.
yeah, I think. Wait, what was your? Do you remember your roll, Akaya, for the horses? Was it like an 8?
Oh, for horses?
Yeah.
I don't think I rolled for the horses, did I?
Let me just check.
I think
the
you got a
game
1
log.
on it, but I'm not too sure.
It was the
All right,
second
so
D20
Akaya got a
roll.
1. Hikari got a 9.
No, I got a 1.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
So there are currently 4 horses and 2 people, Corn excluded, walking towards. I'll say 4 plants.
Running towards.
Running.
I've got to get that
So-
plant, man.
Here's what'll end up happening. We'll just refer to them as like screamers. The screaming mushrooms, right? The shrieking that I described, because I'm not a plant, I can only scream for so amount of time, and also so it's not unpleasant for everyone. The shrieking has not stopped. It has continued. Without pause. It's like a tornado warning like alarm or some kind of like screeching warning for a natural disaster that are just continuing. Then Bovum, or sorry, Mango, you are first, but you did not fail your save, and they are starting to run. What do you do?
Well, do I get the sense that they're fuck? Do I get the sense that they're running because of the pollen? And what are they running at? Are they running at the mushrooms or are they running at the plants?
You know it's the pollen because you resisted it. It was kind of like a sweet smelling odor. And you're like, oh God, what is happening? What is going on with the flowers? Like something weird just happened.
Yeah, so I'm thinking to myself, we gotta kind of light these assholes up. So I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the closest plant to me.
Cool. A, B, C, or D?
The one that Bovum's running at.
Cool. We'll say A.
Cool. 16 plus 6 is 22 to hit.
Roll damage.
I forget the damage dice. 1d10. My life is hell. This is an 8. Oh, here we go. That's perfect. 5 plus 4 is 9.
Right on.
Trait.
9 damage. Just knock off a couple of the fronds on the flower. Seems to recoil a bit, but it definitely looks to be a lot more solid than you think.
What was my action? I don't really want... Am I within reach of him? Like, can I take my movement to block him?
You can take your movement to like get off the horse and get in front of him, yeah.
Would it actually be in front of him?
You could get in front of one of the people that are running towards it or the horses, but your guess is that if they want to get there, they can go easily get around you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in the cart then. Protect myself.
10-4?
Yeah, I'm good.
Who's next? Akaya. You're next, girl. What do you do?
I was on my page right now looking to see what kind of weapons I have because I know I'm seeing. I suck at this. Hold on, I gotta go on my computer. Can you tell me what weapons I have?
I think
You
Oh, I have a
have...
longbow, a rapier. None of these seem. What's a rapier? I could try to like
Sword.
slash some of these plants.
You have a longbow.
You
I
got a
do.
longbow or a rapier?
What is a rapier?
It's like
It
a
is
pirate
like
sword?
a fencing sword. Pokey sword.
I think I'd like to like try to like go towards the plant that's already injured, I guess.
Okay. What do you want to do to it?
I want to try to slash it at its base.
Okay. This is again a poking sword. This is not a slashing sword. So if you want to
Oh,
slash
it's-
at it, it'll be...
I don't think I have anything slashy slash.
Yeah, this is fine. You can still poke it and hurt it. So
Okay.
give me an
Like-
attack roll, and you're gonna run towards one of these plants. Now, as a samurai, your feature allows you to use your bonus action to use a fighting spirit to give yourself advantage on a one weapon attack or all weapon attack rolls until the end of your current turn, and then also give yourself 5 temporary hit points on top of that. You can use 3 of these per day. Would you like to use one now, or would you like to save it?
I'd like to use one.
Okay,
On the
so
feature,
under your
do I hit-
features and traits, you can click that and mark it off. Or under your bonus actions in the actions page, you can turn that and click one of the boxes to mark it. I will give you the temporary hit points myself, so that should be there already. So you have 38 hit points. The temporary hit points are just like hit points normally, but you can't heal into them. Once
Okay.
they're gone, they're gone.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, by the way.
So in your character sheet, there's features and traits.
Yeah.
Okay. There's something called the fighting spirit that I just told you about.
Fighting spear.
Spirit.
Spirit. Yep.
And there's 3 little boxes. You just tap one of the boxes to mark it.
All right. I tap one. Okay, so now I go back to actions.
Yep. Go back to actions. Go to action.
Here, that one.
And then the rapier says like +6 or something. You can just click the +6.
I got 26.
That's a hit. Now go to the damage next to the rapier and click the 1d8 plus 6.
What was her natural there?
17 for that one.
Yeah, she got a
The natural
23.
six. Wait, what?
You got a 23, right?
26 for the first one. Because I was plus 6.
That says a
Already?
natural 20.
Nat 20.
That's a crit.
I rolled a
So it's a
natural.
crit.
You get to roll 2 dice, which it did automatically. So you get to roll double damage, which is what you just did. And you get 17 damage.
Okay, nice.
Also, if you right click or long tap the ability scores where it says plus to hit, you would have had advantage on the roll. But since you crit on the first one, you don't have to roll with advantage.
All right.
Wild.
Oh, that's insane. I will do 17 points of critical rapier damage as you pierce what seems to be some sort of vital root or nerve in this plant.
Do
Very
you know
nice.
the total amount of health these flowers have?
What?
Do we know the total HP stat of the flowers?
No, absolutely not. But you definitely seem to get much more of a reaction than what Mango got. This thing is like writhing next to you. And the whole thing's
Nice.
like undulating, and the fronds are like almost like Alien versus
Is it
Predator,
like
just kind of like.
screaming differently?
What's that?
Is it screaming differently?
Well, the mushrooms are screaming. The plants are not
Oh,
really
they're
making much of a sound. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think that's all you can do, Akaya. So I'm gonna go with Gwen next.
All right. I'm currently writing T, who is T stampeding towards the mushrooms.
All right. So you passed your check or you failed your check?
I passed my check. I failed for the
So
horses.
this is running towards it. Yep. And
Yep.
while you're getting towards it, what are you doing specifically?
I would like to try and snap the horse out of it if I can.
Okay. Then you can roll another wisdom saving throw using your action to kind of rouse it from its stupor, essentially.
Okay.
Just give it another roll.
That is a 9.
I mean, you're like, snap out of it, snap out of it. And
Yeah.
the horse is just bolting towards it.
Come on, T. No.
Any other things that you'd like to do? bonus
Does that probably takes up my action?
Yeah, I'll say it's your action. Unless
Okay.
you would like to. Yeah, I'll say it's your action.
Okay. Then that'll be it for me then.
All right. Who's next? Bovum. You failed your check, didn't you?
Oh, heck yeah, I did.
All right, Bovum, you bolt towards this thing.
So, like, action as a dash, bolting.
An affected target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turn.
Oh, nice.
Any beast or humanoid within the area must succeed on a saving throw or be forced to use all of its movement on its turn to get as close to the plant as possible.
Oh god.
So, action dash.
So your action is like, I described what you guys were beginning to do, and this is the fulfillment of that. You are right next to it, in front of this plant, just like, it smells so good.
God.
And that's gonna be my turn. So
And you
start
can roll again.
Oh,
See if you can snap out of it.
Nat 1.
Oh my god.
You're like getting all up in this business, man. You're like, oh, this is a great garden. I love this place.
This is really great.
I just
guys,
imagine-
guys, these. Can I like tell them these flowers are it?
Sure.
He's like caressing its like leaf petals, and he's like legs
Yeah.
straddled
Can I
around
be
it.
hugging it?
Is this the
You can
broth
do
that
whatever
you
you
want?
want, man.
I'm
You're
hugging
in
it.
it.
I'm a ride the
That's
how
how
bull.
I feel
hugging
as
this
far as I'm
flower.
concerned. You're
I'm
enjoying
using,
this.
I'm using the like petals as a pillow.
Oh no.
All right, Hikari, what are you doing? You're up next.
Wait, how far away are these flowers?
No, she failed.
Oh, you failed? You do the same
Yes.
thing as he does.
Oh,
You're
God.
you're bolting towards another one that's on a different direction.
How far
And-
away are they?
They're about 30 feet away from you. So you pretty much dismount your horse and go straight for it.
So it's not that far.
No,
And-
no. They're like on the sides of the road, right?
Okay.
So you're kind of like getting off the thing and then bolting off the side of the road. That's essentially what it is. And there's more
Have
than
I
one.
already
There's 4 of
approached
them.
it?
Yeah, you're right up next to it. And at the end of your turn, because it will basically force you, you failed to save, so it forces your turn to run towards it. And then it doesn't specifically say anything about your action, but it says that you have to go towards it. So I'm going to say your action is the dash if you're not close enough, is how I'm ruling it. So then you have to roll, again, a wisdom saving throw to break the effect.
Am I doing anything with her, or is it doing anything to me specifically?
This is your turn, so not yet. So you need to roll to see if you can break the effect of the lure, as it were.
And I need to hit an 11, is that true?
You need an 11 or better. You guys have failed and succeeded enough to know that.
Let's
Okay.
go.
I use inspiration for wisdom check? For a saving throw?
You
Okay.
can use inspiration on any d20 roll. And this
Okay.
one, because it's already like relatively known, you can roll it. You know the result, so you can roll it anyways if you want.
Okay, so I activated inspiration, right?
You can roll your inspiration, but you have to spend it, so you have to untick the box for inspiration.
Okay.
Has she rolled?
I
yet?
unclicked it. So I roll the wisdom saving throw.
Hmm?
You
I get
wouldn't have wanted
18
to
on
use
it.
your inspiration.
So I wasted it. But I got 18.
You don't have to spend your inspiration on the first roll. You can roll once and then choose if you want to use the inspiration after you roll.
Oh, so I get to keep it?
Yeah, you can keep it.
Okay, I keep it. I rolled a natural 18.
Yeah, you're fine. So you get close to the plant, and then it's kind of like you get up close to it and you're like, oh God. You kind of like pull these fronds and like pollen out of your nose. Like maybe it's caught in your mask. You kind of like filter it out a little bit. You're like, this thing smells like death.
Is that my action for the turn?
That's the end of the turn.
Okay.
And now it's my turn.
Oh no.
I'm all up in that.
This is where
The
we're
one
going.
that you guys have been pelting is the one that Bovum's been going towards. So even though it's been relatively injured and Akaya has stabbed this thing, Bovum is like embracing his friend of the flowers, I guess you could say. And the plant will make an attack roll.
Oh, he hits.
I'm just trying to see if I...
Oh, he hits.
Do I get advantage on this roll?
I didn't have time to put mage armor up. He hits. There's no way.
All right, I don't think I get advantage, so we're gonna roll one die. Does a 12 hit you?
You just cracked my armor class of 11.
The fronds, while flailing around, realize and feel the loving touch of Bovum and become engulfed as all 5 fronds close on him.
Oh god.
You are blind and restrained and completely inside of the plant.
All of me?
All of you.
Oh.
That means that the plant has given Bovum total cover, which means you cannot see him anymore.
Oh
Oh, he's
Jesus.
dead.
And
He's
at the
dead.
start of your turn, let me know. Something else happens.
Oh no.
But for now, that's it.
Well,
Hikari.
I'm rolling 46, by the
Situation.
way.
Same situation for Hikari. I also rolled
Didn't
another 12.
I...
What is your armor class?
15.
Okay, so this one tries to grab and lurch at you, but after snapping out of the effects, you kind of just sidestep this thing as it kind of just goes down and looms and tries to grab at something that's not there anymore.
Hey, Rob, I'm rolling 4d6, by the way.
What?
What? What?
It was a joke.
Oh, you mean your new character, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. That's funny. Okay. Now, I believe a draft horse's armor class is 11, unless it has barding or armor. So, I'm going to roll for the other 2 plants to see if they can hit them, and again, we'll see if they hit. Both of them hit with a 17 and 11, and 2 of the horses are eaten.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Not tea.
But again, nothing has
Is
happened
is,
because
is
it's not
one of
their
those
turn
tea?
yet.
You
The
haven't
shriekers
finished testing
continue.
yet.
The shrieking sounds of the giant fungal towers continue. And I will roll.
Did I
See
take
how
damage?
long. Not yet.
Oh, okay, cool. That's
All
what
right,
I'll.
one of the shriekers has turned off, and the pores have closed while the other continues.
Yeah.
Mango, you're up.
I'm gonna go for the one that. Let's just get a little bit wild here. I wanna toll the dead, the one that has damage, and it needs to make a Wisdom 14 save.
Failure. Roll your damage.
Yes.
I rolled a 2.
D20. That's what I like to hear, Rob.
I
Appreciate
rolled
it.
like 3 8s tonight in a row,
Um,
and they all hit. Like 2 of them hit, which is wild.
11
11.
Yeah.
Okay.
of necrotic. I don't know if that makes a difference.
You see this bell kind of come out, make a sound over the head of this thing, kind of like ramming it, and it just writhes in agony, but still holds fast on Bovum, even though pieces and parts of it are starting to decay off with the tolling of the dead.
That is all.
All right, Kaya, you're up. Bovum just got eaten next to you. What are you doing?
Jesus.
He's literally eaten.
He's
Yeah.
inside of the plant that just you struck.
Does anybody have any weapons or fire capabilities? Do I?
I have a lighter.
Robin
I
specifically
mean, you
designed
probably
this.
have some torches, but the thing is, it takes an action to light a torch.
I mean, I wouldn't mind doing that. But I kind of
You won't be able to
like,
attack on the
overrun
same turn,
fire.
unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could just try to stabby stab again.
Out
Like,
of game,
oh,
stabby stab.
dying here.
If you want to stab, that's fine with me. You want to stab it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like
Roll an
to
attack roll.
stab it.
Critical roots, let's
Okay.
go.
Is there any way you could do this for me faster? Because I don't know where it is again.
It's on the actions.
Okay.
You got this, Kim.
You can
If
do
I
it,
keep
Ken.
doing it for you, you're never gonna learn.
Right where it says hit
That's the whole
DC
point.
if you click on the one.
Okay, I found it. I'm trying to do it on my phone. Is the problem? Okay,
Mm.
so I'm gonna do the rapier again.
Alright.
Arrow. Oh wait, what is that? Well, it says 1, but it says 7 plus 6, so 13.
You probably thought a 1 was a 7.
Yeah, it's a
That's
13, and a 13 hits. Full damage.
Roll damage.
8.
Nice.
8 points of damage. That is exactly the number you needed. How do you kill it?
How do I kill it? At the base. I want to take it out, and then it'll like let him know.
Okay. So you drive your rapier on a different angle and kind of make 2
Yeah,
little
that's
piercing points. And as you rip the rapier out, you kind of just kick the base, and the thing kind of topples, and Bovum spills out of it like ass over
Alright.
tea kettle out of the,
Do I
the
start-
fronds of this thing.
I start running towards the other flower.
That goo
Oh my
on him?
God.
Is that goo related?
I
Say
feel like
again,
that's what's
Jim?
gonna happen.
What did you say?
I was wondering if he had goo on him, like the goo.
Oh, he's got some kind of caustic liquid on him, yeah.
Okay.
Is
Wonderful.
he still under hypnosis?
Yes.
I can't do anything
I'm
about
gonna
that.
run towards the other flower, guys.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
He's
Yeah.
going for another one?
He's going for another one, but he hasn't moved yet.
Knock
So-
him out.
Just like beating him right in the head with the hilt of your sword. Stop that!
Put some rope around his foot. He's
All right.
Like a horse in a rodeo, just a minotaur.
Okay. All right, Bovum. Sorry, Gwen
It
is up,
should be
not Bovum.
Gwen's
Sorry.
turn.
Gwen's going.
All right. Is the horse nearing one of the?
They're both 8.
Your horse is one of the ones that failed, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that you like didn't fall because you just got out of the way as your horse got eaten.
Oh,
Okay.
And I need to roll damage because it's now the top of the horse's turn because it goes on your turn. So that'll be 4d6 acid damage.
oh Jesus.
Thank God I wasn't in there.
Draft horse.
Gotta
Draft
save the horse.
Draft horse 5e.
Just did.
How much
We're
hit points
trying to
do
give
they
them
have?
more-
They have 19 hit points.
Yeah. How many
You
you roll
hear
there,
the
Rob?
horse scream from the inside as you just smell this.
Wonderful.
I am
can't see none of the
absolutely
results.
distraught.
Just this.
I fly into a rage,
Okay.
lift up my axe, and relentlessly attack
All right. Are you gonna?
whatever is within reach.
Nice. Are you going to do anything special with regards to a reckless attack? You get advantage on the attack.
Oh, sorry. What special can I do with that?
So under your features, you can recklessly attack to give yourself advantage on the attack rolls for the rest of the turn. But then anything else that attacks you will have advantage on their rolls as well.
Yes, I would like to do that.
Okay. Sounds good.
Give me the horse.
Uh,
All right.
Shadow Gwen, basically.
Shadow Gwen has arrived. My alter ego. All right, 17 plus.
Can we make it canon that when he rages, purple smoke starts buzzing around him?
Just imagine that, like, he just takes the form of Empoleon.
Yes. I'm
His
channeling my
hammer
I'm
or your
channeling my
axe or whatever
penguin
just
idol.
comes like a nose and you just go like headbutting drill can or whatever.
Doesn't Napoleon have like knives for arms? So
Yeah, my
Yeah.
great axe is actually just my arm solidifies into an axe.
when he's saying enough's enough, that's what he's doing. He's like, enough's enough.
Yeah, what did you roll?
17 plus 3
That's it.
to hit. All right, and then damage is 1d10 plus 3. That's 8 damage.
Nice, 8 damage. Did you add your rage damage bonus? Because when
Yes.
you're raging, you get extra damage.
Yes, that is with the bonus rage damage.
Copy that. All right. That's the end of Gwyn.
So I go hug another flower, right?
Bovum, you run towards another one and roll a wisdom save, please.
That's cocked. I couldn't see it, but it landed on the clothes.
Just roll it.
2!
Oh my god.
You have a new
Arrow,
friend.
stop trying to die, dude.
You have a new friend.
You have a new friend. His name is Mantrap B.
Point of
The
order,
difference
actually.
is this one is also right next to Hikari. You have traversed opposite all the way across. Like, for a second of comedy, like,
hey, buddy.
both of them, like, gets off the thing, goes, like, gets sucked into one of these, goes ass over tea kettle, falls over, and just, like, shakes it off. Whoa. Looks over at Hikari, and then, like, the camera pans to a wide shot where there's, like, these two plants on both sides of the street. And you just see him go, like, across the street this way, and gets, like, goes to the next one and goes, and Hikari's just like, the fuck are you doing?
I'm also just hugging it, pillow, head, like...
Yeah, just going for it, man. You're like,
I'm just
hell
picturing
yeah,
a giant
bedtime.
Victory Bell on
Wait, has he been swallowed by the second one at this point?
No, the second one missed you, so he's running towards that one.
Okay.
All right,
question.
Bubba, what your wisdom save? I'm sorry, man, but this is hilarious. All right, Hikari,
Okay.
you see both of them walk up next to you and doesn't
Did
greet
you
you.
see me
It greets
upset,
the plant
Rob?
instead.
Do I
you see
understand
me
the gravity of the situation?
Oh yeah.
Does she
Okay.
get
Next to
opportunity
you is
attack?
Gwen getting off of his horse as the horse is getting eaten.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If I were to cast a windstorm to blow away the pond, would that help Bovum's hypnosis situation? If I were to blow away
I
the
like
pollen.
the creativity, so I'll give him advantage on his next roll if you do that. But it will not
Okay.
hurt the plant. It will just disperse the pollen.
Okay, I activate the second level spell Gust of Wind.
Okay.
Um,
what does Gust of
and
Wind do?
I blow the pollen to a direction where there are no allies.
Okay. So
So
you
how do I do?
blow this like how? Tell me how. Describe how you blow the wind away with your Gust of Wind spell. What does it look like when you cast this?
I invoke my inner magic. I concentrate on the density of the air in the immediate area, and I force it towards a specific direction at, I don't know how many miles per hour this thing goes, but it said the line of strong wind 60 feet long and 10 feet wide. So I take all of it and the pollen surrounding area, and I blow it towards an empty area where the
Okay.
pollen will disperse.
So I'm gonna say you kind of gather this almost like in a yoga or like kind of wind bending type manner. You kind of just grab things and then kind of focus it to the point in your hands.
Kaze no
Use,
jutsu!
yes. Kaze no jutsu. Yeah, there you go. Then you can kind of push it out, and then as you push, the spores kind of gather around you in this big shape, and then just kind of off into the forest.
So do I need a roll for this at all?
No, it happens.
Okay.
That's the beauty of Gust of Wind. It's a
Cool.
very cool spell. All right,
Question.
that is your turn. Bovum, you had a question?
Would anyone have been able to make opportunity attack on me?
Allies?
On you.
I mean, as a reaction, try to stop me.
Yeah, I think only one person would because he'd be entering Hikari space, but maybe I could roll for Korin.
Would it be
Natural one.
possible?
God
Would it be possible on top of the
So-
gust of the wind if I could also use it to blow Bovin away from the flowers as well? Or is that too much for one spell?
What is the spell state?
Let's see.
'Cause that's
Each
probably
creature
the
that
realm.
starts
Go
Each
ahead.
creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from me in the given direction. Any creature
Okay.
in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves against the wind.
Okay. So if Bovum fails, he has to go 15 feet away from the plant and then use his
Saving
action to
throw?
run towards it again. So at the start of his turn, here's what I'll do. I'm gonna kind of work with the spell a bit. Because you're casting it now, on the man trap's turn, I'll have Bovum roll his strength save. If he fails, then he gets pushed and the man trap plant will attack you instead.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yes.
Okay.
A -2 strength.
Roll your strength save
Jesus.
because it's now the man trap's turn.
Watch him succeed this one.
That is an 8, so a 6.
Oh my god.
You get pushed 15 feet away from the plant, and this gust of wind filled with pollen just goes, just drills you back. It's
Yeah.
incredibly strong, and your robes are flowing majestically while your head is spinning. And then at the man trap plant kind of swoops down towards Bovum and then tries to curl up around Hikari. Hikari, what is your armor class?
15.
That is a miss. You kind of just jump in through the wind and kind of duck and slide through it as the man trap plant misses you as well.
I'm
And
great at
then,
rolling saving throws.
The other one will try to attack another horse and succeed. I'm going to roll damage on this horse now so I don't forget later. Same result. The horse screeches and
Jesus.
neighs loudly as it begins to dissolve.
Are the horses just OTK'd by these flowers?
Not quite. It depends on if
Man, I'd love to fight.
I just saved your ass.
I don't think anything. Okay, so the horses can maybe try to break the restrain. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. Unfortunate. Okay, well, we're back to the top of the round because the other ones have already started to dissolve, and dissolving doesn't happen on their turn; it happens on the target's turn. So, Mango, you're up again.
So, I can just have my crossbow on me, right? Because I don't have a weapon really equipped. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna point a crossbow, realizing that some of my stuff's kind of temperamental, magic wise. I'm gonna point it at the one that Akari's at, and I get 17 plus 4 to hit.
Yep,
For
that's it.
21.
Damage, please.
And an 8. Plus 2. No, it fell. 5 points of damage. Very underwhelming.
5. Boom, got him. Okay.
That is all I have.
Are you doing any movement or any talking?
Can somebody slap? I just yell out, can somebody slap Bovum?
As he's getting jettisoned backwards in a line.
Yes, he's like, yeah. He really seems to be all up on these flowers, and I think it's becoming a problem.
Okay.
That's all
Kaya,
I
you're
yell
up.
out.
Kaya, next to you, a little bit down behind you, is another man-trap plant that is currently eating another horse anew. There is another plant that is attempting to eat Hikari and Bovum on the other side of the street, and then there's another one that Gwyn is facing off with at the other side of the street that is currently eating the horse he was riding on. What do you do?
Who'd have known we'd become emotionally attached to a horse in this session?
Just one of them.
Kim, that's you.
Is she here?
I'm
So there are
here.
3 plants left.
Go
One next to
swing
you
at one
eating
of
a
them with
horse
your
that
rapier.
just started.
I guess I have to swing at one of them again. I don't really have very much else to do with these
Okay.
plants. I
Which
can't
one do you want to hit?
spell. The one closest to Bovum.
Okay, so the one that's attacking Hikari. Cool. That's the same one that everyone's been
Yeah,
attacking,
that one.
besides Gwen. So please give me an attack roll. You have enough movement to get there. If you would like to, you can also do the thing again where you can get advantage on the attack roll for the turn.
25.
Don't
So she
even
rolled
need it. Cool. All right, give me the damage.
13.
Jesus.
Wow, that's insane. All right. Big damage as she gives it the big poke. Coming in, kind of just grabbing her sword, sprinting at it forward with good form, and just going right through it.
Quick question: would you say
Like
that
a
she's
pro
testing?
fencer.
Would you say that she's testing the temperature of it? Think back to her. Yeah. Never mind.
Okay.
I wasn't planning on it, but I can't get that information. You would like.
It was
All
a
right, Gwen,
previous
you're up.
conversation. It was very not great.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Gwen, if you would like to save the horse, it is not going to happen. The horse dies now, and it gets eaten.
Oh,
Which
Gwen
horse?
It opens.
Is bent on revenge.
oh my god.
The
horse
plant
had 1 hit
must
point
die.
by the way.
Huh?
This is just
The
a
horse
swap
had
of
1 hit
sadness.
point from last turn, so any damage I rolled.
How many
I
horses
am,
have been killed so far?
Hmm?
How many horses have been like completely killed so far? Only one? Okay.
Of course it was tea.
All right. Attacking relentlessly.
Reckless.
Highest roll is a 15.
That's a hit. Reckless attack success.
All right, rolling for damage. 1d10 plus 3, another 8 damage.
What weapon are you using, out of curiosity?
Battle axe.
If you use 2 hands, it should be... Oh, that's a great axe I'm thinking of. Okay, never mind. So 1d10 plus 3?
Oh, wait a minute.
You're not adding your rage bonus, are you?
Well, this is weird. It says 1d10 plus 1 for the damage, but my strength is plus 3.
Yeah. So you're getting... It basically will add the damage die roll, plus 3 is your strength, and then you have to manually think about how much you get with your rage bonus while raging,
Okay,
and then you
so
can add that on top.
All right, so plus 5, 10 damage. I don't know why it says 1d10 plus 1 in the character sheet, though.
Let me see. Let's take a look at your character sheet real quick. So it says Battle Axe is plus 3 to hit, 1d10 plus 1, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. My strength is... Never mind. I was looking at the strength saving throw. I do have
Gotcha.
plus 1 strength. Okay.
Yeah, so it's
that's
plus
all
1, and then your rage bonus is plus 2, so it's a plus 3. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what's the total again, so I can do the damage to this thing?
8 damage.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Let's get rid of some extra tabs that I don't need. Okay, this thing is looking like you're just carving through it like a fine ham. There are extra pieces missing on the ground that have just been lopped off, but it's already looking a bit fat in the center with whatever is left of the horse.
Jesus. Jesus.
Bovum, give me
Yo.
a. You failed last turn, so you will use
15.
15 feet of your movement is doubled because you're walking in the path, and you have
Please roll
advantage
my
on your saving throw at the end of your turn. So you're gonna get next to the plant again, but you have advantage on your save here.
Cool.
He gets back to it that
My die
fast.
fell. Oh, hold on.
Well, they were 30 feet away from you to begin with, and he has 30 feet of movement. So going
This
half
thing's
speed is 15, and he's 15 feet away from the wind.
Okay.
Where did you go? I'll just roll it on D&D Beyond.
Remember to
It's a
roll with
wisdom
advantage?
save?
Yes, wisdom save.
It's a 13 first. We're good?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. God
You
bless.
managed to kind of wipe off the drool that is now just like filled with pollen. Just the last little bits of like your snot that's kind of just affected your
Do I
mind.
know how I got there?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, cool.
All right. Hikari, you're up.
Alright. So as I take it, there's one damaged flower and there's two others that have horses inside them.
Correct. And actually, on your turn, the other horse will begin. Oh, no, I rolled damage for it last turn instead because I didn't want to forget. Cool. All right, you're good. Go ahead.
And have the horses taken any damage thus far?
One of them has. The other two seem to have ran back towards the group and are beginning to bolt.
Okay, let's see. What weapon do I have currently out? Do I have my bow or do I have my twin swords?
Have you attacked yet this?
I have
Combat?
not attacked at all.
And you have no weapons out.
And it's not, I can't draw both swords at once?
Correct.
Okay.
Unless you have
Okay,
the
so I
feat.
guess I'll draw the first sword? Is that a...
Let me just double
Okay.
check because I feel like you built your character to do this, and I don't know why you're not able to do this. One second. Fighting style. Yeah, that's because you chose the archery fighting style. That's why.
Okay. In that case, I draw one sword then.
Okay.
And I attack the flower with the damaged horse inside.
Okay, that will be, you have to run away from the current one across the road to the other one.
Would that constitute it as movement action, or will that take up full
That's
action?
just your movement to get there.
Okay.
But if
So
you
I-
run there, then this plant will have a chance at hitting you on the way out because it's not currently eating anything.
Okay. I
So those are
will
called
take...
opportunity attacks. It will use its reaction to try to hit you if you run away from it.
Okay, I will take the reaction hit from the flower, and I will approach the flower with the damaged horse.
Okay, I'll use a green die for plants, see if I can hit you. What's your armor class?
15.
I rolled a 20.
Oh, God.
my god.
He
So you
draws
don't
a
do
sword,
that.
looks at the horse, looks at Bovum who's safe, looks at the plant and says, I'm going to risk it. Turns around. Snatched. You are blind and restrained inside of the plant.
Okay, can I take an action inside the plant again?
You can give me a strength saving throw to get out. But it will be your action.
21.
Okay, so your whole turn has been this whirlwind journey of trying to use your sword now as a crowbar to get out of this thing, and you're somehow able to get out. But you managed to take 2 points of acid damage to get out.
Okay.
All right.
I love this music.
Yeah.
I don't think he's talking about mine, to be honest with you.
No, I definitely.
It's a bop.
Turn it up!
All right.
I'm most definitely talking about your music, bro.
All right. So, as Hikari escapes, you begin to hear a sound coming from inside of the city. You can hear hooves.
Help! Help!
And you see 2 centaurs at the front gate. One of them puts a hand on the mushroom, and the mushroom caps close. And the other holds out a bow, which you guys recognize as a longbow, and you guys are definitively in range.
Who goes there?
We were. Am I able to answer?
Sure.
We were with Corin. We were helping deliver some stuff for the town. It was in good faith.
Where do you come from?
Great question. I know the answer to.
Tribor. Tribor.
Water deep.
What?
Right?
No, Tribor.
You do.
We're coming from
You
Tribor.
personally come from Waterdeep.
Oh. The what he said.
Sure.
Sure. Yep. Big yeps.
Water deep.
Okay. As you guys are talking to this guy, the plant reaches out at the completely wrong spot where he could have used to be and tries to grab her again fruitlessly, and the other horse is eaten.
Oh no.
The other one opens.
Right then, I will call off the plants if you wish to speak. Drop your weapons.
Am I capable
I
of
got
dropping
8.
my weapon?
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
Gwen want to drop his weapon? That's the question.
Oh my god.
Drop your weapons and we will turn the plants back away from the alarm.
I'm just gonna start walking towards him. I don't have a weapon out.
I sheath my weapon.
Same.
I dropped mine.
Gwen!
Does he
Do
want
it!
to? Gwen's gonna
If
F
you
us
are
all.
at a character point, Gwen, Matt, if you think that at a character point you would like to roleplay this either way, you're not indifferent, you can roll a d20, and in your mind you can say highs I'll do this, lows I'll do this, and you can do it as 11s or higher does this, or 10 and lower does this.
I'm
you're-
convinced Gwen is gonna want to give the plant one last
Make an attack roll.
good
Oh my god.
thwack.
Round of initiative.
That's a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Gwen, I would like you to roll your damage 3 times.
Okay.
This is a triple crit. So you can roll 3d10 plus 3.
Okay.
Holy fuck.
6, 12,
This is a full
15.
rage-induced reaction.
18 damage.
You carve the plant in half.
Jesus Christ.
And as he does, do you
He's
let go of
gonna
your weapon?
Do I?
Go your weapon.
Yes.
Gwen reaches high, looks at, or sorry, puts his blade, is a battle axe, right?
Mhm.
In his hands, grips it tighter with the knuckles zoomed in on the camera as they go white, as they say, "Drop your weapons, and we'll call them off." And he just says, cuts the thing in half, lays it into the ground. The plant folds, and this caustic liquid and bones of a horse just kind of spew out on the floor of the ground. And
I knew these
he
were
lets go of his battle axe, and the rage kind of subsides as he turns and faces the centaurs. And that is where we're going to pick up next week.
God.
He's gonna get shot.
Matt's,
I'm
Matt's,
not with this man.
Matt's journey is literally an emotional roller
That was
coaster.
fucking great, dude. That was sweet.
Jesus.
He gets
Thanks,
inspiration
Rob.
for that,
Good
right?
job.
Wait,
Yeah,
so,
so
so
much
is
so much.
he dead?
You got through approximately less than a paragraph of what I prepared today. Well done.
That just shows you we're going to be a great party.
It's been fun, and also Bovem failing those rolls twice is hysterical. Just like
Jesus.
I just love me some flour.
fight.
Ew,
Like, just like,
oh my god.
Next one, yup.
Rob,
Next
I
one.
want combat next session, okay?
Bovem got blood last time. I was like, all right, cool. We get to fight something great.
Yeah.
Play and cue circus music.
That's a bone and an arrow request. Give me combat.
Oh god.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Good night, Kim.
Yes,
Good
yeah.
job, you guys.
Good night. All
How
right.
many
I'm
horse
gonna
gotta
did
head
we
out
stream
too,
start
but-
with?
You guys
Thanks
so
so
much
much
for tuning in. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
tune-
awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna close the stream and then I'll talk with my friends here. So I'll see you guys later. Enjoy your EV community day for your Pogo players out there tomorrow and throughout the weekend. Have fun. Bye.
What he said, bye.